This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network, home of football in the scenic city. Are you ready to enjoy the beautiful game together? Today's broadcast is proudly brought to you on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.
Gathers it up on the edge of the 18, looking for help, gets around a defender, well struck, he scores! 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club! Coaches delivers a straight left side, 2-1 Chattanooga lead! Chattanooga Football Club out in front! Approaches, strikes right side, it's saved! Chattanooga Football Club wins in the shootout!
Hi Chattanooga FC fans! We've got an exciting lineup for you today as we gear up for kickoff. Jump into the conversation on platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Your insights and enthusiasm significantly strengthen our community. You can find game day content, like our starting 11, game day guides, last-second information, and more now by visiting us on social media at Chattanooga FC. Game day snapshots? We'd love to see them. Tag us in your photos. Your vibrant energy is infectious, and celebrating those moments with you is what we're all about. Using our hashtags? Remember to include hashtag Chattanooga always and hashtag SomosCFC in your posts about Chattanooga. Let's unite on social media, unified in spirit. Whether we come out on top or not, we stand together. Show the world your support for the team, from home cheers to stadium roars. It's all for the love of soccer.
Gabriel Schrei will be on the call today. We'll be going to him soon for pregame. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned into the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Stay connected to all the Chattanooga FC action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for live broadcasts of every match, in-depth analysis, and more. Whether you're at home or on the go, never miss a moment of the excitement. Follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC for the latest club news and updates. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What? No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up. See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time.
What? No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Hi, I'm E.J. Williams for American Humane. For thousands of years, dogs have been our best friends in our worst times. Today, we're also learning that our best friends, millions of whom are abandoned each year, are often the best medicine when people are facing obstacles. To help both people and animals, organizations like American Humane have been working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, finding animals in need of forever homes and training them as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help our veterans, the elderly, and children overcome the daily obstacles of life. In this way, the rescued can become the rescuers. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke. Oh. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Stay connected to all the Chattanooga FC action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for live broadcasts of every match, in-depth analysis, and more. Whether you're at home or on the go, never miss a moment of the excitement. Follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC for the latest club news and updates. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What? No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up. See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time.
What? No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
For your own safety, you are reminded to stand behind the yellow line.
Welcome Chattanooga FC fans to Pre-Game Chat. We're counting down to kickoff. Today, we've got all the latest team news, key player insights, and your starting 11. Plus, we'll break down the tactics that could make the difference on the pitch in this one. Stay with us as we get you ready for game time. This is Pre-Game Chat, your ultimate pre-game destination for everything Chattanooga FC. Here's your host, Gabriel Schrei.
Hello, soccer fans, and welcome inside of Pre-Game Chat, your comprehensive pregame show brought to you live from Fort Finley. I'm Gabriel Schrei, glad you're along for the ride, gearing up for an exciting clash tonight between Chattanooga and Toronto. Kickoff is just about 20 minutes away, so let's dive into what you need to know ahead of the first ever meeting between these two sides. First up, Chattanooga comes into tonight's match with some much-needed momentum. Last weekend, they snapped a 4-match skid with a 1-0 victory over Orlando City B. Captain Alex McGrath was the hero of the day as he scored the match-winning goal. It wasn't just about 3 points. It was a big morale boost and a step forward in terms of defensive solidity as a roster. McGrath and his teammates kept a clean sheet, and that's been a focus for head coach Rod Underwood. Speaking of Rod Underwood, he emphasized the importance of controlling game tempo in his pre-match comments. He said, quote, "We need to control the tempo, control the game, and shape it how we want to, so we can be the dictator and the ones that are driving the way the game is played," he said. Tonight, Chattanooga will need to execute this strategy effectively to handle a competitive Toronto side. They've had a decent year. Right now, they're 22nd in the latest MLSNP overall poll, so not in the Eastern Conference, but overall, and that would leave them out of the playoffs if the season ended right now. They're very hungry for points, they're very competitive, and they've got some great talent, so it is a concern for the Chattanooga side. Let's talk more about them. They're fresh off of a 4-3 victory over New York Red Bulls 2, a match that had everything: goals, drama, a lot of heart. Hassan Ayari was the standout performer. He netted a pair of goals, and captain Julian Altabelli also got on the score sheet, continuing his impressive form this season. Gianni Semini has been sticking to a 3-4-3 formation, which really emphasizes their attacking intent, and they'll try to do that tonight. They're a team that loves to play good football and create scoring opportunities for themselves by playing up on the press. Will they be able to do it? That's why Chattanooga FC's defense is key tonight. They've conceded 26 goals this season, which is respectable compared to Toronto's 32. However, Toronto has shown they can score, racking up 23 goals so far. Chattanooga's back line, anchored by solid performances from recent matches, will need to be vigilant. Chattanooga, though, has blown it open already at least once this season against Inter Miami 2, depending on what your definition of blowing it open really is. This is a club that they could hang a few goals on if they get lucky, get some good passing early, and bring the pressure at the right points during the match. On the offensive side, Chattanooga has been very productive. They've created those chances, they've converted them. McGrath is a pivotal figure in the attack, but not just through scoring. Chattanooga has completed a remarkable 8,000 passes this season. They are really big on that possession-based approach and the ability to control the ball and dictate pacing. It'll be vital tonight against Toronto and trying to keep them at bay. Fans will keep an eye on set pieces as well tonight. Chattanooga has earned 70 corner kicks this season. Could be an area to exploit tonight against this Toronto FC side. They've often been the difference in tight matches this season in MLSNP play. We're going to switch gears for a moment before we go on. We hear now from Alex McGrath, who scored the winner against Orlando City B last Saturday here at Fort Finley. This is his post-game press conference and his comments.
Alex, it's been almost 2 months since you guys have gotten a win. What was that feeling like when your goal went in the net?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's always nice to score, and one of those where I sort of fell over and I just heard the crowd, and that's how I knew it went in. I thought it had a decent chance, but at the end of the day, just to get the 3 points, it's been a tough few weeks, and we've been working hard throughout it, so it's just nice to pick up the 3 points.
What was the biggest difference between the way you guys have been playing the past 4 matches to the way you guys played tonight?
I mean, I'd say there's been improvement every game. The big thing tonight is obviously we kept a clean sheet, and 1 goal wins a game, and I thought the lads did a good job defensively, and that's what we've been working on, and I feel like that was a big step forward in terms of working as a unit and playing against a dangerous team who created a lot of chances, but we were able to get in the way most of the time. Gene had a good game, and most of the lads defensively, like I said, they kept us in the game, and that 1 goal wins you the 3 points.
As the captain of this team, what has been your message to the team over the past couple of weeks when this has been a tough stretch?
Yeah, it's mainly just been getting back to basics. Obviously, it's easy to be overthinking things when it's not quite going your way, but just making sure that we were doing the basics well, which in the past I feel like we'd strayed away from a little bit. And yeah, you need to create your own look, and I feel like we've been working towards that the way we've been training. It's not just been what you see on a weekend. We put the effort in, week out, no matter how the results are going. And yeah, thankfully tonight we were able to do the basics well, and again pick up the 3 points and move forward.
We're going to go back to Alex in just a moment. Just a reminder for those of you just joining us, these are comments from Captain Alex McGrath and his post-game press conference last time out, last weekend against Orlando City B.
Coach said earlier in the week the importance for the team to return to its identity. You went into it a little bit there, but how did you see that play out in the game today?
Yeah, I think it is one of those when things are going against you, little things start to pop up, and that might not be an issue when you're winning. So at the end of the day, you have to deal with those things, and it's part of the game. Obviously, we've still got a long way to go in the season, not where we want to be, but at least tonight was a step in the right direction, and I feel like it was fully deserved. And everyone, that individual sort of, we were talking in particular about doing your job and then helping someone else, and I thought tonight everybody did their job first and foremost, and then were able to pass on information to other people and throw themselves in front of the ball or whatever was needed to get your mate out of trouble.
Goals are pouring in for yourself this season. I mean, can you go into some detail about is it confidence that you feel after the first few go in, or what are some things you did maybe even in the off season to help you in front of goal?
Yeah, I think I don't know, it's one of those where I feel like if you're not thinking as much, it seems to be a bit more natural. Off season, you're just working on, again, the basic stuff, not trying to do anything too spectacular. Yeah, hopefully you get a bit of a worldie goal now and again, but it's just the basic tap-ins that you want to be able to try and create. And yeah, we had a couple of those tonight, but for me personally as a midfielder, if I can be contributing on both sides of the ball, like we've spoke about a lot, that's big for me. So it's always nice to be on the score sheet, and especially tonight to pick the 3 points up.
How many have you scored through the left foot like that?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think I've scored 2 this season with the left foot, I think. So not too bad.
And it felt like, before building up to the goal, you had 2 chances.
Mm-hmm.
So you were just determined.
Yeah, I mean, after the first chance, I was thinking about it a little bit longer than I should, and then I came in at half time and I was just, you have to let it go. I mean, it happens, and I think that's definitely helped me to put it in the past, and then you focus on what's coming up in the second half, and thankfully it worked out. And I feel like those chances, sometimes it's easy to dwell on them if it doesn't go exactly your way early on, but no, I was just happy I was able to come back in the second half and put one in the back of the net.
That was Chattanooga Football Club captain Alex McGrath. His comments from last time out, his comments during the post-game press conference after the 1-0 victory last Saturday here at Fort Finley over Orlando City B. Moving on, we're going to recap key strategies for both clubs. Chattanooga going to focus on controlling the tempo, maintaining defensive solidity, looking to build on their recent clean sheet. Toronto aiming to leverage attacking prowess and find any way to create defensive lapses and scores. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the pregame show and hear postgame comments from head coach Rod Underwood last Saturday.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear. Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
We're back with more pregame chat. Here's your host, Gabriel Schrei.
Welcome back. Exciting matchup between Chattanooga and Toronto is just a few moments away. If you're just joining us, we've already covered a few key strategies and recent performances from both clubs. We're going to dive into comments from head coach Rod Underwood and line up shortly. First, for Chattanooga, all eyes are on captain Alex McGrath. He's been in fine form this season. He's been one of the hottest players in the United States, dating back to last fall in Nisa. He was electric, scoring goal after goal and seemingly unstoppable, and he's carried that momentum and leadership into this season for Chattanooga. He was instrumental last time out, scoring the decisive goal against Orlando City B. His leadership, his ability to step up in crucial moments make him the player to watch tonight. Keep an eye on the defensive unit of Chattanooga as well. That back line has been significantly improved of late. A solid defensive performance is essential to continuing the success Chattanooga has had in flipping the script on a slide. On the other side, Toronto is going to rely heavily on Ayari and Altabelli. Ayari is fresh off of a brace last time out against the New York Red Bulls. He's proven to be a clinical finisher. His ability to find the back of the net from various positions makes him a constant threat. Altabelli, the team captain, not only contributes with goals, but he's great at facilitating, creating opportunities for his teammates. And his recent performance, which included both a goal and an assist against the Red Bulls, it's really just going to show you how important he is to that club. Lucas Olguin recorded a pair of assists last time out. He'll be a key playmaker to watch tonight as well. Before we go on, get into potential lineups and really break the rest of this down, we'll hear from Chattanooga Football Club head coach Rod Underwood. These were his comments during the post-game press conference last time out.
Did it feel like this was a match that you guys had to win?
Well, I mean, you can look at it in so many ways, right? You can look at it, we had to win, we needed to win. I would say it's more of a need than a had, because at the end of the day, right, we still got 9 more games to play in the season, and we're in the thick of the playoff race. And we all see, everyone can look at the standings, and 1 or 2 wins and things go nutty, right? So our focus was just to get back to our football. Our focus was just to get back to the ways that we were capable of playing, and get back to even raising the level of hard work. So.
Did it feel like there was any difference in the way that the guys had played that they haven't been playing the last 4 matches? Did it feel like there was any difference?
Yeah, I mean, I think our ball possession and our pressing was really very good, and those are 2 core principles for us, right? And so we want to make sure that stays with us and keeps going, and that's really important for us. And obviously the fans, right? We cannot move without saying that. So, nearly 5,000 people here, and, hopefully have another over 5,000 next week, so that would be great.
A shutout win. How important was that performance from Gene, especially a little bit of struggles over the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's been Gene's struggles. That wouldn't be fair to put it on him. But what I would say is, for us, shutouts are super important. I mean, if you don't get scored on, you can't lose. So that's a simple model, right? But if you don't get scored on, you score 1, you can win. But we all know 1 goal wins in this league are hard to come by. So we can't hang our hat on that. But we can hopefully hang our hat on getting more goals and still getting the shutout.
You talked about, this week about the importance of the team getting back to basics, returning to its identity. Did you see that tonight?
Yeah, I think we did. I thought we did. I thought that we did, especially, we started the game really well. Alex's opportunity in the first half. We had some first half opportunities. They didn't have a shot on goal in the first half. So those are things that are really important for us. And our possession was really high in the first half. After we scored the goal, we kind of lost our way, and then they made some aggressiveness that we didn't really adjust to. But the changes that we made, Minjay, Ethan, Cullum, they really came on and helped us, so that was really important.
Right now you're hearing from CFC head coach Rod Underwood. These are his comments. They're not live from last time out, the post-game press conference after the 1-0 victory over Orlando City B. Here's more with Rod.
You mentioned Alex there, and we don't like calling out individuals necessarily, but what can you say about his influence this season?
Yeah, I mean, Alex, we've talked at length about, his game, if he could add goals to his game, how much his game would change. He's done that this year, so that's super important for us. So look, Alex captain, he's captains for a reason. In these stretch of games, he's really been taking a lot of it on his shoulders and meeting with guys and meeting with the team, and so hats off to him.
Jack Lynn was the season MVP from last year, so what can you say about the backline performance?
Yeah, I mean, if he was the MVP last year, I'm not sure that he'll be quiet as the season goes on. But yeah, I mean, they're a difficult team to play against because they're very similar to us. They're pretty athletic. They want to keep the ball. They want to press the ball. And so, it's 2 teams wanting the ball, and you got to figure out how the one team that has the ball, how they can keep it for longer periods of time.
Lastly, there was a big reaction at the final whistle, big hug between the coaching staff. What was that moment like for you to share that with your staff?
Yeah, I mean, it's good, right? Because we talk about unity within our staff, because we believe if we continue to show unity within our staff, we can show that energy will go to the players and create that unity, right? And we are, and we want to continue that, so it's really important.
Good, Jay.
Not a must-win, but some relief.
Yeah, relief, right? Look, even if you're winning games, let's say we've been on a 10-game win streak, and you win a game, it's always relief because the build up to a game, no matter where you are in the standings, no matter where you are, it's because you're competitors. For us, there's only one option: to win. So you walk into the game with that pressure. We don't. For me, the extrinsic And that pressure doesn't come. And I try to protect that from the players. I try to take all that pressure on me, and so that they can internally find themselves raised up to play at a level they're going to play. So,
cool. Anything you want to add?
No, just thank the fans, right? And we're super excited about getting a win. So don't get me wrong.
That was Chattanooga Football Club head coach Rod Underwood. His post-game comments after the 1-0 victory last Saturday here at Fort Finley over Orlando City B. For Toronto, head coach Giannis Cimini has favored a 3-4-3 formation. We can expect more of the same tonight. That setup allows them to leverage their attacking strengths and maintain a solid defensive structure. Of course, like all formations, it's a bit fluid, so they'll move it around a little bit as they play, and guys will flex in position. The front three are likely, but not certain, to include Ayari and Altabelli. It'll be pivotal in their quest to break down Chattanooga's defensive back. I'm going to look for 4 tonight. I don't have confirmation yet. When I do have the confirmation on the lineup, obviously you'll have that as part of our coverage as we count down to kickoff here. The midfield, players like Alguin will pull the strings and aim to control the match and provide forwards with quality service and scoring chances against Chattanooga. This feels a little cliche, but it's important. We're going to dive into the latest MLSNP poll and examine the top clubs in the league and where these two stand. Like I said, this feels a little cliche, but I'm really feeling it. This is a must-win match. Chattanooga is number 10 in the league, so they're well in the playoffs right now. But just to give you an idea of how close they are of being pushed out of a playoff spot, the last team in the playoffs is only 5 points back. So that's 2 wins. 2 wins and they're out. If every club behind them wins twice and they lose twice, they're out of the playoffs. Toronto is 10 points back from Chattanooga. They're 22nd in the league. Chattanooga in 10th. So that's how close that is. It's 12 spots for 10 points. And just a couple of wins is everything down this back stretch. Chattanooga 7-6-6 overall. Toronto 6-8-3. Chattanooga again 31 points. Toronto 21. Number 1 team in the league is Cincinnati, and they have a record of 13-5-2, 41 overall points. North Texas right behind them at 10-3-6 with 40 points. Philadelphia with 38 points is 11-6-3. St. Louis, Columbus, Ventura, Chicago, Whitecaps, and NYCFC follow them to round out that top 10 with Chattanooga Football Club. Following Chattanooga, it's Tacoma, LAFC, Town FC, Crown Legacy, and Miami is number 15. All the way through to 20. Orlando is number 20. Carolina number 21. Toronto 22. Austin 23. Monarchs trails them. And Atlanta United number 25 in MLS Next Pro. So these points are super important. A win would tie Chattanooga for 8th with Whitecaps. They're 9-5-5. A loss keeps them at 31, and there are 6 clubs that would overtake them with a win this weekend if they lose. So they could, if all 6 of those clubs win, they would drop from 10th to 16th, just like that. Toronto is in significant danger. If anybody behind them wins, they drop a spot for each win. So there are, it looks like 7 spots behind them that could jump them this weekend. They desperately need the win, but a win would tie them for 20th place and still not put them into the playoffs. So to say they need this win is a drastic understatement. This is must win. Everything is must win at this point for Toronto. Chattanooga, conversely, does have some points to play with here, but you know, from where I sit, why risk it? Toronto has a handful of matches left, 9 in total. Chattanooga also has a similar amount of their season left. They've got to go to Huntsville, then Crown Legacy, then Miami, then they host Atlanta, Columbus, go to New England, go to Toronto for a second matchup, and finally host New York Red Bulls at home. Some really tough matches in there, some winnable ball games, and some easy matches as well. So as much as it's about the actual points, it's about momentum, it's about confidence, and setting the tone for the rest of the season in this back stretch for these two clubs. They really need the win, both of them tonight. As we approach kickoff, atmosphere is looking good as always at Fort Finley. If you have time, get out here with us. ChattanoogaFC.com, click under the tickets tab, CFCTix.com. Join us at Fort Finley. That's all we have for pregame chat. Thanks for being with me. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Looking forward to bringing you all of the action tonight. Stay tuned for live play-by-play and full coverage of tonight's match on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Welcome to an electrifying showing of pro-side soccer under the lights. This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network, bringing you every heart-stopping moment, every triumphant goal, and every unforgettable play from the field. The Chattanooga Football Club, with their unstoppable spirit and relentless drive, represent our city on the pitch again. The tension is palpable, the stakes are high, and the roar of the crowd is about to reach a fever pitch.
From the first whistle to the final victory cry, we've got you covered. This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Now we go live to your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Inside of Fort Finley. Glad you're along for the ride on what is a beautiful day in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm Gabriel Schrei. It's Pro-Side Soccer on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Toronto FC2 has made the journey down over the Detroit River, Gordie Howe Bridge, all the way down I-75 to Chattanooga, Tennessee to take on Chattanooga Football Club. The boys in blue playing host to some white kits with red accents tonight. Two clubs that both really need the points. If you were with us for pregame chat, you already know that. Before we get underway, a look at our starting lineups. First for Toronto, it's a 3-5-2 tonight. DeRosa is in goal, and Adisa De Rosario, son of a legend. He's been great this season. This will be the sixth match he's played in for this MLS Next Pro side, Toronto Football Club 2 this season. In front on the 3-5-2, Ayari and Cannavalo. In the middle, we've got Edwards, Dimitro, Alguin, Staniland, and Batiz. In the back, it's Fisher, Stojadanovic, and Rodriguez de Oliveira, rounding out the starting 11 for Toronto FC. For Chattanooga Football Club, they're running a 4-2-3-1. So up front is Wamry, the Frenchman, who has just been electric this season. Behind him, Taylor Gray, Garcia Sosa, and McGrath. In the middle, we've got Arthur and Jimenez Aranzazu, and on the back, it's Perez, Villafaramina, Farid Sarsar, and Garvanyan. Antoine in goal for Chattanooga Football Club tonight. Both clubs ready to go. Chattanooga wearing their navy kits with light blue accents. They're down on the left side. On the right, wearing the white with red accents, Toronto FC 2. And a good turnout. The crowd in full force tonight. They've got some special events going on. It is not only Academy Night, but a special renewal event for season ticket holders in Chattanooga. We're ready to go. The fans making noise. The clock has expired on pregame countdown. The referees are on the field. The players standing by and in formation. Toronto will start with the ball as they kick it from left to right in just seconds in Chattanooga for this one. We're underway in MLS Next Pro action from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Hello and welcome inside of the broadcast. I'm Gabriel Schry and glad to have you along with us. We're ready to play an hour and a half of pro side football. Toronto with the ball down on the right just beyond their own 18, shipping it to the close side now. Stojadanovic has it taken away by McGrath. Arthur loses it back to Toronto quickly with a bit of steam and working from right to left through midfield. Here comes Toronto FC to the far side along the edge of the 18, looking to pass this into the middle. Here's a good chip down to the 6-yard box, and Chattanooga tees this away. Well played defensively by Villafaramina, who crashes into the 6, keeps that away from Antoine. Now Toronto has a chance to create another scoring opportunity. Our first minute running quickly in Chattanooga. Thrown in on the edge of the wing, far side, way down on the left. Toronto chipping it back and forth, roping a pass towards midfield. This one rolls and misfired, misdirected. Couldn't gather that in near midfield. It'll be touched over to De Rosario. Son of the legendary goalkeeper gets us back underway. Lofting this to his right. Ball is way down on the right side, midway between the 18-yard box of Toronto and the midfield stripe, and chipping it all around, not liking Chattanooga. Italo, long pass towards midfield. A connection is lost quickly. Chattanooga nearly comes up with it. Wamry got a boot on it. Couldn't stay with the ball. Rodriguez de la Vera, quick pass. Worked backwards towards the 18-yard box. Long feed for Toronto. Chattanooga nearly intercepts. Here they go on the attack from right to left. Long feed up the pitch, looking for a connection, and this one sails on Toronto right near the corner. Last touched, I believe, by Perez, so this will stay with Toronto FC 2. Just at the last minute, getting a boot onto the ball, and it stays with TFC. Long throw in into the 18, a header down towards the 6-yard box. Chattanooga trying to clear. Got it over to Luis Garcia Sosa. Now it's out of the 18 and back with Toronto. Near the corner of that 18-yard box. Pass into it. Here's a good scoring chance for Toronto from the end line. This one deflected away and off of the pitch. Great play by Jean Antoine, and got a little bit of help by the defense as they shut down the 6-yard box. Toronto walked it from the far side, way down on the left in the corner, along the end line, and a pass from just outside of the 6 towards the front of the net, looking to clean that up out front. But Jean Antoine splays himself out on the pitch, and I'm not sure if the helper is the one who got the boot out of the ball or if it was just him, but either way, a great job shutting that down by Chattanooga. Now a corner coming for Toronto as the 4th minute has begun. Still scoreless in the early stages of this one. Toronto from the far side, looking over the top, bent right out front. There's a header. Chattanooga clears it away. Fareed Sarshar perfectly helmets that through the air, away from the 18-yard box. It's now just in front of the midfield stripe. Very well played by Chattanooga. Gathered up by Edwards, who's looking to pass this up the field, and instead going backwards. Toronto into the back half of the circle. Regathered, looking both ways. Rodriguez, Oliveira. Alguin goes back to him, just over the midfield stripe, looking backwards again by Alguin. Toronto from the circle to the far side, just in the touchline and looking to press this. Chipping it back and forth, back to De Oliveira. Italo goes to the far side, along the midfield stripe, and still just behind it. Toronto is looking to try and draw Chattanooga up. Chattanooga stalwart in their positioning, and now a pass is misfired through vacant space and over the touchline far side. Chattanooga throws in quickly. Backwards to Viafara Mina, who is just 10 yards beyond the 18-yard box. Floater to the close side. Garvanyan directs this backwards towards the penalty arc. Fareed Sarsar gives it off to Viafara, and Mina to the keeper, Jean Antoine. Pressure coming quickly. Toronto crashing in way down on the left side. Fareed tries to float this over the top. An aerial ball is headed off up into row A, where a fan touches it back onto the field of play. We'll have a throw in the early stages, still scoreless. 5th minute about to close into our 6th. Hello and welcome to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Glad you're with us. It's Toronto FC 2 and Chattanooga Football Club. Toronto is 6-8-3 this season. Chattanooga 7-6-6. The playoff race is on. Both of these clubs coming off of big-time wins. Chattanooga snapped a 4-game skid with a 1-0 victory last Saturday here at Fort Finley and a 4-3 victory over New York Red Bulls 2 for Toronto FC. They need these 3 points bad. Toronto after the ball and takes it away from Chattanooga just over the midfield stripe. Long pass just outside of the 18. Chattanooga's Perez trips up a man. He's down and we've got a whistle. And the crew tonight officiating for us, Russell Miller, the head referee, our assistant referees, Jake Bruchu, Kevin Hewitt, and our 4th official, Dorian Del Toro. Quickly assessed by Russell Miller. And the spot is going to be fantastic for Toronto. 10 yards beyond the right corner of the 18-yard box. Staring down Jean Antoine. Chattanooga building a small wall on the edge of the 18 already. 2 Navy kits stand by. Taylor Gray on the corner of the 18. Toronto has sent a man down deep into the wing on the far side. All of these players on the left end of the pitch as the 7th minute has arrived, we're still scoreless. Here's the signal. Toronto's man stepping off, looking, waiting. Throws his hand up. Batiz to deliver. Ben inside of the 18 and deflected away by Chattanooga's Alex McGrath. Regathered just beyond the 18-yard box by Toronto. Sent away again, mistakenly mistouched. Gonna have to regather and reset. Toronto rolling this backwards all the way to De Rosario. The keeper will take up with the football just beyond the penalty arc. Passed outside of it quickly. Toronto retreating and in trouble as Taylor Gray crashing in on them and sent off mistakenly. Last touched by Chattanooga. The ball came off of a Chattanooga defender's shin, and so the ball will stay with Toronto. Thrown in, Toronto in trouble, taken away by Taylor Gray. Wamry gets it and passes it to Taylor Gray along the end line. Luis Garcia Sosa in the wing, sent back out front. Jimenez Aranzazu is double teamed and in trouble to Taylor Gray, who's looking towards the end line. Chattanooga sliding for the ball, and our referee Miller says that one will stay with Chattanooga Football Club. A lot of contact down along the end line. They were on the left side of the netting looking to find some way to get a shot. And now a corner for Chattanooga. Alex McGrath quickly to Taylor Gray, fighting his way towards the 18. Bent over the top, back door of the 6. Too much on it. Chattanooga regathers from vacant space. Luis Garcia Sosa with the ball and double teamed, rolls it back towards the midfield stripe. Chattanooga still with it. Alex McGrath walking his way down towards the 18-yard box. Left off far side. Taylor Gray walking his way down into the wing on the far side, looking into the 18. Here's a shot deflected away and regathered by Chattanooga. Taylor Gray with it on the edge of the wing. Gray walking with it, in trouble, and taken by Toronto, who's trying to clear. Now a lot of contact, and Miller says this stays with Toronto. Tripped up from behind, trying to evade Chattanooga defenders. Too much for the liking of Miller. Dimitru is the one who went down. Academy product for Toronto FC2. Andre has been really good. Very young, just 17 years old. Free kick now for Toronto, midway between the 18-yard box and midfield stripe on the far side. Toronto rolls this all the way back to De Rosario, the keeper, who leaves it off. Walking with it and working with it is Italo Rodriguez de Oliveira. He'll try the far side. Ball comes right back to Italo. Now Wamry is harassing him. Taylor Gray crashing down on the ball, and Toronto stays with it to the far touchline, just behind the midfield stripe. Long feed through midfield, lost and misdirected. Chattanooga wants to steal it away. Taylor Gray says he's got the ball, and Miller says this will stay with Toronto. 10th minute has arrived, still scoreless between these two clubs. Chattanooga playing host to Toronto FC tonight in the Scenic City. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being with us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network. Beautiful night for soccer. We got a rain shower a couple of hours ago. It has just been a beautiful, sunshiny evening ever since, though. Blew right over. Way back with it and restarting with the ball is Toronto. Toronto working this to the close side. Italo backwards, in trouble. Toronto floats it over the top to evade McGrath. The long feed, nearly hooked up on that. Perez comes up with it. He's now double teamed by Toronto and gets away with it. He walked it down into the wing on the far side and chipped it inside to the keeper in the 6-yard box, Antoine. Jean waves it off for Fareed Sarsari, comes to the close side. Garvanyan, backwards and across. Chattanooga trying this towards midfield. And walking with it is Luis Garcia Sosa, who comes up with a nice pass. Long outlet feed for Alex McGrath, stolen away by Italo. Backwards to the keeper, De Rosario, who sends this aerial skying through the center of the pitch away from Wamry, taken up by Toronto and sent to the far side. One pass now, two, make it three. Toronto looking for room from the midfield circle, nearly stolen by McGrath. Ball is left off at vacant space on the close side near midfield. Coming up with it, TFC. Looking for somewhere to go is Jesus Petiz. He's in some trouble. The forward from Honduras sends it behind midfield to Italo. Walking the ball through the middle of the circle, Toronto. Coming to the close side, just along the touchline. And still in that midfield area, Toronto is trying to get Chattanooga to come up and press them. Then across, long pass, over to the far side, Toronto Football Club. Working this into the attacking third of things. Toronto stays with it, being harassed by Chattanooga. Into the wing on the far side, now flicked backwards towards the circle. Toronto not liking the look, and they're going to reset to some degree. Just over the midfield stripe is Italo, who gives it off to Stojadinovic. Chipped towards the wing, still with it. Toronto, nice pass, and taken away by Chattanooga. Well played defensively by CFC, but those Navy jerseys lose it right back to Toronto. Toronto Football Club has a ton of momentum following that 4-3 win over New York Red Bulls. They want to keep it going tonight in Chattanooga. Our 12th minute is about to close into our 13th. We're still scoreless between these two clubs. Toronto just behind midfield and looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Unable to create any scoring chances in the last couple of moments. It's been relatively quiet after an early flurry of chances for these two clubs. Now Toronto, a long striking pass towards the wing. They've got it. Toronto Football Club, not liking the defense of Chattanooga. They'll go backwards on a couple of connections in a row and reset to some degree, finding their way all the way back to the circle and Jesus Petiz. Backwards again. Stojadinovic found Italo. Now bent over the top from the circle to the close side, just beyond the wing. There's a nice connection. It's Petiz. Walking with it, the forward from Honduras, defended by Garvanyan, goes backwards. Stojadinovic, heavily defended by McGrath, gives it off quickly. Working their way back into the circle, bending it around, looking for space. Flicked just beyond the midfield stripe. Wamry defensively wants to take this away for Chattanooga. Toronto, Italo. Rodriguez de Oliveira gives it off. Long pass up towards the wing. Taylor Gray defensively, able to stay with the ball. Toronto, nice pass towards the 18. Back outside of the wing, Toronto Football Club. And they'll walk it backwards into the midfield stripe and look again for space. Midway through the 14th minute, scoreless, clean sheet for these two clubs. Just getting underway in Chattanooga. We've nearly played a quarter of an hour. To the far side into the wing. Nice pass for Toronto down on the edge of the 18. Triple team by Chattanooga. Dribbling with it. Back to the corner of the 18. Bent over the top. Back door of the 6-yard box. And Garvanyan just sends that off and says, let's not deal with this yet. Great passing on an early chance. Stanilin bends that over the top. And the Academy product goes back door for a very, very quality scoring chance for Toronto. Now, as a result, they'll have a corner. Corners were something that was focused on by both of these clubs in the last bit they wrote. Toronto seemed to think that corners were super important in their victory against New York. Chattanooga thought corners would be a factor tonight. More on that in just a moment. Here's the corner from the close side. Bent into the front of the 6 and misdirected, misfired wide left for Toronto Football Club. Great feed. Better than I thought we would see. I also thought he would bend it, float it over the top back door. Instead, he comes close side, right into the front of the 6, and was hoping that he could get some help from Marko Stojanovic. Born in 2004, a native to Brampton, Canada, came from the Toronto Academy. He's represented Canada internationally, U15, U17 levels. Pretty significant career already in Next Pro. Chattanooga loses the ball on a feed. Stojanovic, the one who comes up with a steal, flicks this back to the circle. Toronto, we've now played a quarter of an hour as they work the ball around, and still clean sheets in Chattanooga. Stanilin to Stojanovic. Into the circle, looking with it, TFC. Trying to find some space. Those white and red kids bent to the close side, just over the midfield stripe, going backwards, not liking all the pressure. Here is Rodriguez de Oliveira, walking his way along the edge of the circle. Quick pass up the middle, chipped away by Chattanooga and regathered way on the back by Toronto FC. And Toronto's Fisher is going to redirect this all the way to the keeper. Well played. Toronto's De Rosario working the ball on the very back end, just outside of the 18-yard box here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Glad you're with us. Scoreless. CKRN, 17th minute has arrived as Toronto takes a long pass up along the touchline just over midfield towards the midfield stripe, and Chattanooga strips it away, rolling it all the way back to their own 18. Fareed Sarsar and Villafaramina now playing some catch. Give it off to Gene Antoine. Antoine rolls this to the far side. Villafaramina hands it off to Perez. He's walking his way along the touchline towards midfield. Long feed, and Wamry misdirects this. Toronto now with it in the midfield. Long pass just beyond the circle. Toronto FC, a lot of room to work with. Batiz stops up and looking for help, but nobody in the attacking side, so he'll roll it backwards. Stanilin bends this over the top, into the wing on the far side, down on the left, and Toronto gonna have to reset, not liking anywhere they could go to bring pressure. Back to midfield goes Toronto Football Club. I mentioned I'd have more for you on corners, and barring an attacking run here, I do have more for you on corners. Right now, Toronto with the ball at midfield and maybe in trouble. Wamry strips it away, and the whistle. This one against Chattanooga, and Wamry as the ball will stay with Toronto. Corners, 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 corners. 96 total for Toronto FC. That means they're third in the entire league. A really good mark. They've been great all year drawing those corners. A very different story for Chattanooga Football Club. Only 70 entering the night. That means they are 19th in MLS Next Pro in corners. Toronto going to have a full reset after drawing the penalty. All the way back to De Rosario, who floats it long beyond midfield over the top. Garvanyan touches this to Gene Antoine from keeper to keeper. 18th minute is wrapping up. Hello and welcome to the 19th minute, where we are still scoreless between Chattanooga and Toronto FC. Played just beyond a quarter of an hour between these two clubs. Chattanooga down on the left, working it back and forth inside of the 18-yard box. Chattanooga went into the 6 to Antoine, now to the far side via Faramina. Has it stolen away out of the air near midfield on a long feed. Chattanooga trying to regather as they strip it right back. McGrath has it in vacant space, goes back to via Faramina, and now Fareed Sarsar, a chance to redirect traffic. Jude Arthur to Garvanyan on the close side, just in the touchline. They'll go back to Fareed, who's on the penalty arc. Halfway through the 19th minute. Chattanooga being pressured by Toronto. Long feed. Alex McGrath has it just behind midfield. Walking with it, looking far side. He's got Perez. Joseph doesn't like the look defensively. Gives it back to Alex McGrath. Long feed to Taylor Gray. He's got a lot of room to work with. Walking it towards the wing on the far side from left to right. Deep into it along the end line and sent off defensively by Toronto Football Club. Very well played defensively by Toronto Football Club. Staying with it, roving his way backwards, Edwards is able to shut down Taylor Gray, gets a boot onto the ball, and forces that one off near the corner on the far side. Throw incoming for Chattanooga. Perez gets it right back after throwing it in, all the way back to Jimenez Aranzazu, working from right to left towards the circle. Chattanooga. Jimenez playing catch now with Villafaramina. Going far side, it's Perez. He's in trouble along the touchline. Jimenez Aranzazu takes it from him. Bent on a long feed over the top into the wing on the close side, just along the touchline. Taylor Gray being trailed by a trio of defenders. He hands it off to Jude Arthur. Ball comes right back to him, being pressured, so he passes it back towards the midfield circle. Fareed Sarsar has it there right on top of the line. Arthur to the close side, Garvanyan galloping his way towards the center of the pitch. He chips it backwards. Chattanooga tries the far side. McGrath to Perez. Through traffic to Taylor Gray. Gray tries to pass this deep. It's chipped backwards by Toronto. TFC playing up defensively and now floated to the close side. This one bounces a couple of times before it finds Garvanyan. Jimenez Aranzazu back to Milo Garvanyan. Chattanooga retreating from right to left. About 10 yards behind the midfield circle. Villafaramina to the far side and Alex McGrath. He's 15 yards beyond the midfield stripe. To the close side and Fareed Sarsar. Long winding feed by Fareed. He's got Milo Garvanyan. Double teamed. Garvanyan loses it. Tried to swipe it right back. Ball is tied up and a battle for it results in Luis Garcia Sosa. Long pass over the top. De Rosario coming out after the ball and has it on the corner of the 18. Well played by De Rosario. An electric save. Back underway, midway through our 22nd minute. Chattanooga and Toronto, CKRN. Welcome to Chattanooga, Tennessee. If you're just joining us, scoreless between these two clubs. A lot of contact on a little contest for the ball. It looks like Garvanyan is being written up. No card. He is a bit shaken up though and appears to be bleeding. Hopefully he's all right. Garvanyan coming off and going to spend a moment with Melanie Schaefer and our medical staff in Chattanooga. They'll tend to him and hopefully he'll be able to play on tonight for Chattanooga. Back underway, Toronto with the ball. They're down on the right side. Set in towards the penalty arc. Toronto towards the midfield circle. TFC staying with it to the close side. Batiz, lots of pressure for him. He gives it to Stanley. Walking the ball towards the circle, 5 yards behind midfield. Walking through the circle. Lofted to the close side, down along the touchline. Bat back into the very center of the field. Italo. Rodriguez de Oliveira. Long feed. Wow, somehow healed through. Now towards the 18. Toronto still with it. What a pass and sent off on the back door by Chattanooga's Taylor Gray. He streaks in and makes a big play defensively to reject a great scoring chance by Edwards. Beautiful creation of the play by Edwards. Nathaniel got the ball, walked it into the 18, tried to take that shot. And now we'll see another corner for the number 3 team in the league in corner kicks, Toronto. From the far side, way down on the left. 6-yard box has 3 Chattanoogans, 1 Canadian kid down in there. Shoving around, here's the bend. White jerseys crash the 6-yard box, and Jean Antoine goes up airborne, snagging the ball and pulling it in. 24th minute is halfway over. Our sheet remains clean in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Back underway. Working this back and forth is Chattanooga. Back to Antoine. Here comes a crashing Toronto defender. Chattanooga trying to get this out of the back. Fareed Sarsar has it chipped away, and this goes off. Goal kick now for Chattanooga Football Club. '25th minute winding. Gene Antoine taking his time. Rolled to the far side. Antoine back with it. Toronto crashing. Here's a long feed over the top for Chattanooga. Trying for Wamry. Tripped up by Rodriguez de Oliveira. And he's fired up about it. Ball will be thrown in by Toronto from the close touch line just behind midfield. Thrown long by Stojadinovic. Marco finds his teammate, Idolo. Going to the far side, Toronto. Toronto FC from right to left. Pass just beyond the midfield stripe, connected on the far touchline. Toronto Football Club, then over the top, coming to the close side, and the air ball sails into the brickwork. Chattanooga throwing in. Garvanyan backwards to Fareed Sarsar. Now to the far side, Chattanooga from left to right. Jimenez Aranzazu to Taylor Gray. He touches it into the circle, taken away by Toronto. From midfield, Toronto going from left to right backwards. Now going to try an aerial play over the top that's taken away by Chattanooga. Dumped back towards the 18-yard box of CFC. Blue Kits looking towards midfield. Garcia Sosa, long roping pass. He's got Taylor Gray just behind the midfield stripe. Toronto almost comes up with it, and we have a Chattanoogan down. Writhing in pain, so hopefully he's all right. Taylor Gray just behind the midfield stripe. Appears to be a bit shaken up. Toronto going to catch a yellow card for that. Taylor Gray does appear to be all right. He's back up and trying to walk it off. Thankful to see that. Taylor Gray back off of injury this season. Been an electric performer since joining Chattanooga Football Club. Lived in this area before coming to play for CFC. He attended Reinhardt University in Waleska, Georgia. After he finished, played for Maryland Bobcats too, then the Bobcats, then came to Chattanooga where they were still a part of NISA. CFC off the kick from midfield, long feed over the top, looking to the far side for Panez, and this goes off. Chattanooga going to throw in from the wing on the far side, way down on the right. In the attacking third, Chattanooga looking to throw in Joseph Panez, taking his time a dribble, looking backwards towards midfield. Jimenez Aranzazu chips it back to him. Joseph all the way to Jude Arthur, who's just beyond the midfield circle. And still going backwards via Faramina. Jude Arthur playing some catch. Footwork crucial as they play keep away from Toronto Football Club. 28th minute is halfway over. Clean sheet in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We've nearly played a half an hour of soccer on CKRN. Glad you're with us. Toronto FC on the road taking on Chattanooga tonight. Chattanooga from behind the circle, long feed over the top, looking for Taylor Gray. Too much on it as it bounces into the 18, and De Rosario able to cover the ball. De Rosario looking good, living up to the namesake tonight. Came to Toronto after a short stint with HFX Wanderers FC of the Canadian Premier League, so formerly teammates with Chattanooga's Callum Watson, the midfielder from Essex, England. Toronto on the clear has it stolen away near the midfield stripe. Chattanooga, long pass, Taylor Gray in the wing, looking inside, dribble, 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 deep into the 18. Here's a bend back door, and a great shot goes high. Oh, goodness, what a scoring chance for Chattanooga. Alex McGrath wide open on the back door, bent over the top of the 6, and the ball is still in the air as he strikes it, winding on one leg with his boot. It bounces and just too much on it as it goes over the crossbar and out of play. What a sigh of relief for Mr. De Rosario and Toronto FC 2. Our sheet remains clean. We have played 29 minutes, a half an hour coming up in just 60 seconds from Chattanooga. Toronto getting us back underway. They're way down on the right, working it all around on the edge of the 18. Alex McGrath swarming like a bee. De Oliveira playing keep away. Passes this out of the 18-yard box. Toronto towards midfield, just behind it. Long feed over the midfield stripe to the far touchline from right to left. A couple of connections. Toronto has a chance. 3 defenders back, 3 attackers on. Here's a long shot. Too much on it. It goes wide. Still in play, though, into the corner on the close side. Toronto walking it. It's Batiz who has the ball. Jesus dribbling his way into the 18. He blows a tire, and this rolls off over the end line. Our sheet's still clean. 30th minute is here in Chattanooga. Seconds winding as Antoine waits for the 18-yard box and even the attacking third of Toronto to clear out before taking his goal kick. Chattanooga back with the ball way down on the left side. CFC rolls this out of the 18-yard box. That's Jimenez Aranzazu playing keep away. Chattanooga backwards. Jean Antoine flicked to the close side. Some trouble for Sarsar. Garvanyan, Arthur, Jude playing keep away himself. Heavily pressured. Stojadinovic wants the ball. Long feed to Taylor Gray. He goes backwards to Patez, and Chattanooga going to reset. We've played a half of an hour, and we're still scoreless between these two in spite of a few great scoring chances, including moments ago, Alex McGrath nearly broke it open with a goal. To the close side, Chattanooga chipped around a defender and taken up now by Toronto. Can't stay with it. Wamry, the Frenchman, with a beautiful steal. Mehdi Wamry certainly going to get involved as this one goes on. Forward from Ivry-sur-Seine-France. Got some headphones from the team this week. I saw that on Instagram. You can find all of Chattanooga's great content at Chattanooga FC on social media. Alex McGrath has this stripped away, and it rolls off over the close touchline. Richard Dixon, one of my favorites, assistant coach, throws the ball back over to Garvanyan, who will throw in. Very thankful to see Garvanyan playing on. He suffered a cut earlier. He was doctored up by athletic staff, Melanie Schaefer, and appears to be all right. Ball thrown in, pinballs all around. Jesus Batiz comes up with it. Here's Toronto from just over the circle. Long feed, right to left. Here's the 18. A shot deflected away by Chattanooga. Regathered by Patez on the far side. Deep in the wing. He's got the ball, rolling it back towards the 6-yard box of his own side of the pitch for Chattanooga, and now given to the keeper, Antoine. 32nd minute about to come to a close as our 33rd opens. We remain scoreless in Chattanooga between CFC and TFC. Chattanooga working this around their own 18-yard box, trying to get the back cleared out a bit. Toronto playing up. Garvanyan back to Farid. Sarsar deep in the wing near the corner, goes to Jean Antoine. Chattanooga keeper to the far side. The All-Star gave it off to Villafara-Mina. Now Patez bends this over the top, bobbling its way towards midfield, taken away by Toronto, chipped backwards to Edwards, and he rolls it all the way back to De Rosario. The keeper for Toronto looking for a long feed over the top, looking far side. This is sent back by Patez, played out of the air, rifled that back up the field of play, gathered up by Garcia Sosa, given off to Taylor Gray. He's walking it towards the middle of the field, sent backwards to Jude Arthur, who rolls this to Garvanyan. He flicks it up to Alex McGrath just beyond the wing. Chattanooga backwards from right to left towards the circle. Arthur has it. CFC, a handoff to Villafara-Mina. Chattanooga playing catch. Jimenez Aranzazu to the close side. It's Jude Arthur. Jude directed carefully to Garvanyan. He's got it midway into the attacking side. Backwards, backwards. Farid Sarsar. Chattanooga resets. Playing up and playing with some pressure, working left to right. Still scoreless. 34th minute is here between these two. Taylor Gray walking it just beyond the midfield stripe, left off far side, stolen away by Toronto FC. Edwards comes up with the ball after it's touched a couple of times. And now he's got it back again. Long feed towards the midfield stripe. Toronto stays with it, nearly taken twice by Chattanooga. Jesus Batiz takes a long feed just over the midfield stripe, Ben over the top back door, just beyond the reach of Perez. He can't deflect it away. Staying with it, Toronto into the 18. Here's a shot from just on the penalty arc, deflected away by Chattanooga. Taylor Gray after it, pinballing all around. Toronto after the ball, trying to play it with a header, and Taylor Gray can't get to it as Miller sounds the whistle. Still scoreless, 35th minute is here in Chattanooga between CFC and Toronto. And so another kick coming for Toronto Football Club. Decent positioning. The ball rests about 17 yards beyond the edge of the 18-yard box. It's just straight back from the right corner of the 18-yard box. To deliver this look, Toronto, here's the signal. Bodies loading up on the edge of the 18, just inside of the penalty arc. Chattanooga fans on their feet and making noise. Here's the bend towards the front of the 18, deflected away quickly by Villafaramina. Toronto regathers, far touchline, looking to bend it over the top again. Here it is, deep into the 18. Perez rattled away, just out front of the 18, vacant space for a moment. Jimenez Aranzazu is tripped up from behind, and now Miller the whistle against Toronto. Very well played by Toronto, created an extra chance or two. Couldn't keep it going. Ball found its way to Jimenez Aranzazu, and Idolo Rodriguez de Oliveira got him from behind, tripped him up, took him down to the turf. That results in the whistle, and the ball goes back to Chattanooga as our 36th minute is halfway over. Still scoreless. Long feed by Gene Antoine all the way over the top. He's got Alex McGrath, the captain, into the 18. Now the 6-yard box right out front, and the score. Mehdi Wamri finishes it off. It's 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. What a score by CFC. Very, very well played by Chattanooga. Gene Antoine takes the ball, floats it over the top to the far side from left to right, just outside of the wing. Alex McGrath comes up with it, walks his way into the 18. He's being harassed the whole time, fights his way down to the edge of the 6-yard box, takes the ball, and delivers a beautiful strike back door. Who does he have there? He's got Mehdi Wamri, who is wide open in front of the post, buries it. Center. Easy score, 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. 37th minute is halfway over in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Fans are very happy about the score, as you can hear. Mehdi Wamri scores, continues his electric season for Chattanooga Football Club. He's scored about every other match this year. Toronto wants to respond quickly. From right to left, long feed down to the penalty arc, and a shot as Antoine sells out and gloves it away one-handed. Full body extension on the save. Remains 1-0. Back underway. Mehdi Wamri scores his 8th goal of the season. That's his 26th goal all time as a professional athlete globally. He's been very good this season for Chattanooga. Ball thrown in for Toronto from the far side, just beyond the 18-yard box. Rattles all around and goes off. Ball will stay with Chattanooga. $1-0 our score in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thrown in by Chattanooga, rattles all around. Toronto comes up with the ball into the penalty arc, and this one deflected off, but will stay with Toronto. Well played defensively by Chattanooga. Toronto looking to throw in from just beyond the 18-yard box. Chattanooga gets a boot on it, regathered by TFC. Long winding pass to the close side. Well played, well delivered by Ogwin. Now down to Batiste. Jesus goes backwards. Doesn't like all of the pressure. There certainly is a lot of it. Edwards to De Oliveira. To the far side, Toronto. Back to Olguin. Long roping pass to Jesus. Baptiste trying to step around Garvanyan and throws himself down there. I can't tell if there was contact or not. He comes together with Taylor Gray. To me, it looks like there's no contact there. I'd have to see a replay. Very good salesmanship if there is no contact. And so a beautiful spot again for Toronto. This will be their third from prime positioning just beyond the 18-yard box. Jesus Baptiste, the man who went down, stays with the ball. There's a mini wall, Taylor Gray and Wamry in front of him. Luis Garcia Sosa is on the corner of the 18. He's got help waiting deep in the wing on the close side. Everybody's down on the left end of the pitch. De Rosario has walked his way out of his position between the posts towards midfield. Baptiste is ready. Bodies loaded up just inside the penalty arc in the 18-yard box. Here it is. Jesus bends it over the top, looking for it himself. Jean-Antoine is ready for that all day long and makes the save deep in the 40th minute to keep it 1-0. Chattanooga and Toronto, glad you're with us. Pro Side Soccer Action, Chattanooga Kickoff Radio Network from the Scenic City. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Chattanooga from left to right, just over midfield. Garcia Sosa backwards. Jude Arthur. Jimenez Aranzazu looking to the close side. Still passing it backwards and playing a bit of catch. Farid Sarsar to Garcia Sosa. Tries through traffic. Touch to Garvanyan around a trio of defenders. And Milo doesn't like all that pressure at midfield, so they're going to go backwards. Garcia Sosa, Farid Sarsar, who's on the penalty arc, the center back, looking towards midfield for Chattanooga. Bent to the close side by Jimenez. Aranzazu finds Garvanyan. Milo, again heavily defended, and again goes backwards. Not liking that by Olguin. To the far side, it's Villa Faramina. He's just beyond the corner of the 18, way back on the left. Chattanooga roping it all around on the edge of their 18-yard box. Now to Perez. He's got the ball and looking towards midfield. Too many defenders. Chattanooga tries going around in an arc from their own 18. Long feed over the top looking for Taylor Gray, and instead finding Jesus Baptiste. Well played defensively by Gray. Too much shoving for our AR. And so the ball stays with Toronto. Only for a moment. Taylor Gray tips this to the far side. Alex McGrath has it just beyond the 18-yard box. Deep pass. Wamry fighting. Edge of the 6. Here's a shot. De Rosario gloves that easily on the front of the 6-yard box. Very well played down on the left side. Big save from the keeper to keep it 1-0. Toronto avoiding an early tragedy in Chattanooga. Lots of pushing and shoving. Baptiste sent to the turf by Jude Arthur. And our AR sounds the whistle right away. 42nd minute coming to a close. 43rd minute is coming up. It's 1-0 right now in Chattanooga. CFC in the lead. Long pass by Toronto from just behind midfield. They're moving it with no contention. Now towards the penalty arc. Toronto's still with it. Pass to the close side. Jesus Baptiste bent towards the 6-yard box. Here's a header. It goes straight up where Jean-Antoine gloves it and falls on it. 43rd minute is halfway over. 1-0 Chattanooga. We'll certainly see some stoppage time on this first half. That begs the question, just how much will we play? Glad you're with us from Chattanooga, Tennessee, the Scenic City. I'm Gabriel Schrei. You're tuned in to CKRN. 1-0 Chattanooga. We play on between these two clubs. Jean-Antoine will now put us back underway. Goal kick is a long ball over the top. Too much pushing and shoving. And Wamry is the one who suffers the whistle. Kick coming for Toronto. Wamry looks as though he's in disbelief. Very few penalties against a man who has played so many minutes this year. He's played in 20 matches now, including tonight. Played almost every minute of every match he's been in. Chattanooga has gotten a lot of mileage out of the Frenchman. He's been very good offensively. Just 3 yellow cards in all of those 1,700 minutes. Chipping this all around to the close side. Jesus towards the circle. Toronto loses it for a moment. Chattanooga had it. Now regathered again by Chattanooga as it pinballs all around just near midfield. Luis Garcia Sosa takes it up on a long pass from left to right, deep into the wing. Taylor Gray bent out front towards the penalty spot, and it's Zales. Chattanooga trying to regather on the edge of the far wing, kept in on the touchline, chipped to Joseph Perez. He rolls it back towards midfield. Chattanooga all the way behind the midfield stripe. Now to the front of the circle. Jude Arthur to Garcia Sosa, looking to work this back towards the 18-yard box. Chattanooga still with it. 45th minute has arrived. 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. We've almost played 3/4 of an hour. Garvanyan to Taylor Gray, just beyond the wing on the close side. Backwards towards the midfield stripe, now behind it. Arthur delivers to Fareed Sarsar, who's behind the circle. Looking to the far side, Chattanooga Football Club leading 1-0 and passing this all around. Navy blue jerseys. Jimenez Aranzazu examining what's out in front of him. 45th minute is nearly concluded. Waiting for that signal on stoppage time. Chattanooga, they're going to go ahead and send this all the way back to their keeper, Gene Antoine. Antoine tries a howitzer to the far side and overshoots it. This sails over the touchline and out of play. 2 minutes of stoppage time. The signal in Chattanooga. We've played 3/4 of an hour. Our first half has concluded. 2 stoppage time to play. Thrown in, backwards behind midfield, taken away right away. Toronto threw that in, pinballed around a bit. Chattanooga comes up with it. To the close side, Garvanyan stops himself before he crosses midfield and goes backwards to Fareed Sarsar. Towards midfield again, Jimenez Aranzazu. Over the stripe. Long delivery, Mehdi Wamri looking to the touchline far side. He's got help in the form of the captain from Spennymoor. McGrath goes backwards, Perez. Flicked again, this time to Villafaramita. Duvon doesn't like it, goes to Jude. Arthur delivers to Fareed. Now Toronto crashing in on the ball. Jude Arthur. Milo Garvanyan takes it from him and rolls this all the way back to the keeper. We played a minute and change already of our 2 of stoppage time in Chattanooga. CFC, long ball, headed over the top. Alex McGrath, long feed, looking for Wamri, and a little too much on it, maybe misdirected to some degree, as this one goes all the way to De Rosario, who is standing on the edge of the 18-yard box. Resetting just beyond the 18, way back on the right with it, Toronto Football Club. 90 seconds of 2 minutes of stoppage time played in Chattanooga. CFC playing up defensively. Taylor Gray chasing after the ball. Long pass to the close side. Jesus taken away. Staying with it now, Toronto. Back behind the circle. Examining their options. We played 2 minutes of stoppage time. Toronto would love to get a shot in here. Toronto, long feed towards the penalty arc, broken up by Chattanooga initially, regathered by TFC, looking with it, waiting, taking their time, long pass, Batiz on the close side of the wing, strips it down into the 18, here's a centering feed, and sent away by Chattanooga. And that will do it for our first half of play as our officials sound their whistles. We have played 1 half of regulation, and it's 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Electric fashion. A great pass to Wamri allowed them to take that goal and allowed them to take the lead into the locker room for the halftime break. It'll be interesting to see what these 2 clubs draw up in whiteboard time. In the lead after 1 half of play. We'll be back with more Pro Side Soccer on CKRN in just a moment.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey Chattanooga FC fans, stay connected with all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes action by following Chattanooga Football Club on social media. From Twitter and Instagram to Facebook and YouTube, we're bringing you closer to the team you love. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and show your support with #ChattanoogaFC. Follow us today and be part of the CFC community. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Chattanooga Football Club, connecting our city one post at a time. Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together, we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke. Oh. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal. Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga football club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This summer, the games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey Chattanooga FC fans, stay connected with all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes action by following Chattanooga Football Club on social media. From Twitter and Instagram to Facebook and YouTube, we're bringing you closer to the team you love. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and show your support with #ChattanoogaFC. Follow us today and be part of the CFC community. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Chattanooga Football Club, connecting our city one post at a time. Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke. Oh. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal. Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Hello and welcome back inside of Fort Finley. We've played one half. 3/4 of an hour are in the books. 3/4 of an hour left to play between these two clubs. Chattanooga leads after one half of play. A Wamry goal made it 1-0. Beautiful goal, by the way. Alex McGrath walked it down the far side from left to right, chipped it to the back side of the 6-yard box, and he was all alone. It was around De Rosario, cleaned up by Wamry. Both clubs back out from the half and ready to go. Chattanooga will start this second half with the ball, and instead of working from left to right, they will now work from right to left. Chattanooga wearing their Navy kits at home tonight, wearing white with red accents. Toronto FC on the road. They're trailing. They'll need to find a way to produce something in this second half to hang with Chattanooga. Talked about it a lot during pregame chat, talked a lot during that first half of play. Both of these clubs really need the 3 points. Chattanooga went on a 4-game skid where they went from being the #1 club in the league. Right now they're number 10, so not bad and well in playoff contention, obviously, but you know, that goes to say that everybody around them, including them, is just 2 losses away from falling out of the playoffs entirely. Toronto, on the other hand, right now is 5 points out of being in the playoffs, so they really need those 3. We're underway in the second half. 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. They've got the ball and working it back to their own keeper way down the right, Gene Antoine. Both clubs working their way down to the far right side. Antoine gets the ball right back from Villa Faramina. Now back to Duvon, who tries a long winding pass towards midfield. Taken away by Toronto. Pass deep in the 18. Ball was loose and from vacant space, Duvon again sends it towards midfield. A header keeps it away from Wamry. And this one is flipped all the way back to De Rosario. Catavallo has moved up to the front line for Toronto in this second half. Alguin, Batiz, Edwards, Stanilin, Dimitro, all still in the middle. Fisher on the back, Stojadinovic, and Rodriguez de Oliveira on the back. In goal, De Rosario still, who's got the ball right now, way down on the left, playing keep away with Chattanooga. Staniland has it for a moment, given off to Fisher, who tries a long feed over the top. Lots of contact, and 2 players go down together. No card flashed. Referee sounds his whistle. Officiating crew tonight, the head referee is Russell Miller. ARs are Jake Brochu and Kevin Hewitt. Our 4th official, Dorian Del Toro. Ball put back underway, sent to the far side. Roping this behind the midfield circle is Toronto. TFC 2. Behind the midfield stripe, Staniland to Rodriguez de Oliveira. Back to Staniland. He walks his way into the circle and looking for some way to get this through Chattanooga traffic. Just beyond the reach of Jimenez Aranzazu. Sent back by Pades. Gathered by Wamry, who's trying to play keep away. Has it stripped away immediately by a trio of Toronto defenders. Working it all around. Rattled over the top through traffic. And now Gene Antoine will be the first to the ball as it finds its way all the way back to the Chattanooga 18-yard box. Throwing a header after the ball. Unable to make contact. Chattanooga back towards the midfield stripe. Alex McGrath to the far side. Garcia Sosa and McGrath playing some catch. Chattanooga leading 1-0. We played into the 48th minute and we're closing in on the 49th as our second half just getting underway in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Now a long feed by Staniland looking to the far wing from left to right. Trying to go to the far side of the pitch and into the corner, but Gene Antoine comes out, greets the ball, and gathers it up. Antoine looking solid tonight, played to a clean sheet last Saturday. Looking very good following a 4-game skid and a rough streak for Chattanooga Football Club. Had to play a pair of matches without him on the pitch. Chattanooga to the far side along the touchline. CFC loses the ball. Going to be thrown in quickly now. Toronto Football Club. Pumping and looking both ways. Now thrown on backwards towards the midfield circle. Chattanooga comes up with it. Wamry heels this to Luis Garcia Sosa. He's got a convoy working right to left through midfield beyond the circle. Long outlet pass to the close side. Perez has it, walking his way towards the 18. Stops just beyond it. Backwards, Jimenez Aranzazu all the way back towards the circle. Chattanooga resets to some degree. Garvanian looking up Taylor Gray. Back to Milo, down towards the corner. Chattanooga staying with it. Deep in the wing. Outside to Taylor Gray, walking his way towards the center of the field. Back to McGrath. The captain rolls this over to Perez. And now Chattanooga going to try a long feed. It's loose in front of the 18 and cleared away by De Oliveira. Regathered by McGrath. He'll chop this one back to the keeper. Jean Antoine took a couple of bounces before Antoine sends it back up to Alex. Chattanooga just behind midfield. Duvon sent it up. The ball was tagged right back to him. Now he's going to try an aerial play over the top. Headed inside by Kwok. He's got Wamry fighting two defenders, and it's chipped away. Taylor Gray after it. He's got the ball in the corner of the 18, trying to get around a defender. Backdoor pass, and De Rosario goes up and gloves it as our 51st minute arrives in Chattanooga. It's 1-0 Chattanooga FC lead. Great play defensively by Toronto, protecting the 6-yard box. Now back out towards the midfield stripe. Toronto working to get back on the attack. And a big collision as the whistle sounds. Miller coming over to check on Staniland, who came together with Minjai Kwok. Minjai's been great, came back from injury. Chattanooga very happy to have him. He's been a key piece. Kick will come from 10 yards behind the midfield stripe to the left of it. Toronto to deliver. And rolling this backwards towards the keeper, it's a reset for Toronto. De Rosario hands it off just beyond the 18. Fisher tries this over the top. Looking for Batiz. Jesus fighting with Perez. Long feed towards the penalty arc. Chattanooga strips it away. Quack comes up with the ball through the air. Looking inside for Alex McGrath. It's stolen. Well played by Toronto. Sent to the far corner of the 18. It's Edwards who bends it inside, and Chattanooga again cuts it off. This time it's Fareed Sarsar who makes the play. Toronto regathers, rolling this all the way back to the midfield circle. Long pass, close side, just out of the wing. With it and dribbling is Batiz. Walking his way towards the 18. Sidesteps Perez. Pass inside, out front of the 6 on the penalty spot. Toronto with it. Here's a shot deflected away. And this one clatters and bounces off of the turf and out of play. A bit of good luck for Chattanooga. Perfectly positioned to defend a couple of very good passes. Ball is well struck, but just too many Chattanoogans parked in the 6-yard box. So a corner coming for the number 3 team in the league as far as the production of corners goes. This time it's from the close right side. Toronto loading up that penalty spot. 4 white jerseys there already. The signal from the corner. Jean Antoine looks ready. Here's the bend, and it was too early as we get the whistle right away. Miller is down and having some aggressive words on the penalty spot with both teams. He is not happy. He's talking to Duvon, it looks like. Perez trying to relax things. And now he's ready. So we'll try that again. The corner from the close side down on the right. Toronto looking for an equalizer. We're in the 54th minute where it's 1-0 Chattanooga. The signal, walking, strikes it, delivers close side of the 6, headed away quickly by Luis Garcia Sosa, put back by Staniland, and Jean Antoine dove to make the save as Staniland's shot is deflected and goes out. So another corner coming for Toronto. Chattanooga's man puts that off of the field over the end line. 54th minute closing in on the 55th. This one is just chipped into play. Close side, in the wing, looking with it. Wamry defending him. He walks off. The ball goes to Chattanooga. Good play by Wamry. A good look by Toronto as well. I like that they just chipped that in. Let Alguin try to make something happen. He's got it midway up the wing on the close side, just along the touchline. Tries to fight his way down to the end line and towards the 6-yard box. He's forced off, turns the ball over to Chattanooga, but it's a good look. Antoine will now have goal kick for Chattanooga Football Club. 55th minute is here, 1-0 CFC. Beautiful rays of golden sunshine pouring down over Lookout Mountain into Finley Stadium and the scenic city, Chattanooga. Thanks for being with us, CKRN. I'm Gabriel Schrei. And again, it's 1-0 CFC in the 55th minute. Long pass nearly catches the boots of our referee, Miller, rolling to the close side. Toronto stays with it. They're down into the attacking end. Fisher doesn't like what he sees. He goes backwards. Dale Rivera. From the circle, he distributes to the far side for Toronto Football Club. The Canadians looking to pepper Chattanooga with shots. Trailing early stages of this second half. Here's a play around towards the end line. Tripped up and he goes down, and Quack immediately knows this one is going to be against him. No card. Miller talking with Fareed Sarsar and Fisher. Being swarmed by players. He looks fired up. Edwards is the one who was tripped up. McGrath, who has now become the wily veteran, has some words of wisdom for Minjai Quack. Quack, a newcomer, forward from Suwon, South Korea. Born in Gyeonggi. Has experience in NISA, Canadian Championship, Canadian Premier League. Came to Chattanooga from Vancouver FC, so likely familiar with many of these Canadian talents already. Toronto FC's roster is heavily Canadian natives. Lots of international experience and caps for these young guys. We're still sorting out the blown tire for Edwards, checking on him, and Miller has some more words for Chattanooga. This is going to be a beautiful spot for a shot for Toronto. They're going to award them the kick from just outside of the 18, deep, deep, deep in the wing, right along the end line. A 3-man miniature wall built between the 18-yard box and the 6-yard box. 5 more Chattanoogans in the 6-yard box. Here's the bend into the 6, headed away by Minjai Quack. Loose out front of the 18, and now the whistle. We've got a Chattanoogan slow to rise, and it must not be good. Miller is calling right away for Schaefer. You never want to see that. Hopefully he's all right. The referee looked panicked as he called to the sideline for athletic staff. We won't speculate. We'll take a quick break and be back with more Pro Side Soccer action from Chattanooga in just a moment.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal. Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club, your team, your style, your gear.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and inside of Fort Finley on CKRN. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Somber moments on the pitch. Chattanoogan still down. Hopefully he's all right. He went down after a deflected shot down in the 6-yard box, awarded to Toronto, and I'm not sure what his status is. Obviously, we won't speculate. Hopefully he's all right. But I did not like the reaction of our referee tonight, Miller. He had a panicked look as he waved to medical staff on the sideline. Still down. Will they check on him? We'll review stats of our match to this point, what we've seen between these two clubs so far. Apple TV has returned from break as well and is also showing him lying on the pitch. Hopefully he's all right. So far, statistically, between these two clubs, Toronto leads in shots, which is really surprising in my book. They lead 6-2 against Chattanooga in that category. Shots on goal are deadlocked at 2-2. Why does that surprise me? I'll tell you exactly why. Chattanooga has averaged 13 shots per match this season, 12.72 to be specific. Toronto has averaged 11.4. That's 194 shots for Toronto, 229 for Chattanooga. Shots on goal, 5.39 per match for Chattanooga. That's 97 on target, whereas Toronto has had 5 per match on target, a total of 84. So tonight, Toronto has flipped the script a little bit, created more shots, but obviously Chattanooga in the lead and unable to capitalize on one fantastic scoring opportunity for Alex McGrath, but the second able to bury. McGrath fed it inside to Wamry, who finished it off and made it 1-0 way back at the first half. And so now, as our 61st minute is winding and closing, Chattanooga leading 1-0. Well, the medical stretcher had been brought out from the ambulance that's on standby here at Fort Finley, and it is returned off of the field. They were coming onto the field, went back off. Chattanooga's man is not only getting up, he's walking off the field under his own power. You love to see that. Best wishes for Duvon as the medical staff walks him off of the field. Hopefully this is a sign of positive things to come for him and he's all right. We'll get back underway in just a few moments. Glad you're with us. Pro Side Soccer, Chattanooga, Tennessee, where it's 1-0. And now the 63rd minute is approaching between Chattanooga Football Club and Toronto FC 2. Really crucial points on the line tonight. 31 this season for Chattanooga Football Club, 21 for Toronto Football Club. Toronto is number 22 in the league. 18 teams make it into the playoff. Chattanooga is number 10. But that makes it sound like they've got it all locked up. It really could not be closer. In fact, if the 8 clubs behind Chattanooga all won their next 2 matches and Chattanooga were to lose their next 2, they would be knocked out of the playoff, at least for now. Most clubs have 9-10 matches left to go this season, so these points are becoming very crucial. Toronto, if the season ended today, is out of the playoffs, but they can force their way into a spot. They only need a couple of wins. Right now, they're 4 points back of the last playoff spot. Still trying to get things sorted out down off the field after that injury. Duvon is off and under his own power at that. We're ready to go. Miller hands off the ball to Gene Antoine and Chattanooga Football Club. We're about to get back underway in the 64th minute from Chattanooga, Tennessee. 1-0 CFC as Antoine way down on the right. Midway through the 18-yard box, will drop kick this. Aerial ball to the far side beyond midfield. Big high bounce. Taylor Gray puts a helmet on it. He's got it. Dribbling it. He's got it on the edge of the 18. Looking inside. Working his way inside. Taken away by Toronto. Long clearing feed towards midfield. Well played by TFC. Edwards walking this and rolled to the middle of the pitch. Staniland beyond the circle. Over the line to the close side. A long connection Finding help back to Stanlin now. Olguin looking and bending this towards the wing on the far side. Chattanooga cuts it off. Garvanyan unable to maintain possession. The ball rolls over the touchline and thrown back in. Toronto ropes this over the middle of the field. The Stanlin on the close side. Dribbles around a defender. Delivered into the wing on the close side. Floated over the top. Stanlin looking for help. It's on the edge of the 18 and the end line on the close side down on the right. Fighting with it, Toronto FC. Stanlin rolling this back towards midfield. Long connection. Couldn't find the help they wanted. Toronto does maintain possession. Now a pass back to Batiz. Batiz from the wing, bends it over the top back door. Really good looking play, just couldn't hook up. Jesus Batiz looking for Sharp. He has it on the wing, down on the right side, close side. Tries to float it to the left side of the post. Just on the edge of the 6-yard box where Chris Sharp is crashing down, and they couldn't quite get hooked up. The ball sails. It was just beyond the reach of him on the header. And so instead it remains 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club as the 66th minute is approaching. Gene Antoine puts us back underway, sailing the ball long, skying it. Down to the other end of the pitch, Minjai Quack nearly steals it away. Last touched by him, it rolls off behind the midfield stripe. To be thrown in, Jesus. Backwards for Toronto. Long connection inside. De Oliveira trying the far touchline. Toronto with it just behind midfield. Rolled beyond the circle to the close side. Now along the touchline. From left to right, looking to get on the attack. A couple of connections in a row. Rigopoulos to the far side for Toronto. Now into the wing. Edwards with it, looking for a centering feed. Nobody there. Now he ropes it towards the 6, and it bounces to the gloves of Antoine. Well played. Nathaniel Edwards was looking for help, and I think that pass was intended for Batiz. He goes just wide left, and it's almost like he was taking a super long shot. Gene Antoine easily gloves it. He was ready for that. Antoine, the keeper of Chattanooga, a drop kick the length of the field all the way to De Rosario. Wamry crashing in on the ball for Chattanooga. He's going to have to kick it away quickly. Sails on him up into row A. Hello to the fans. Chattanooga making a change. It'll be the second time this season we've seen Mr. Logan Brown, a 23-year-old defender originally from Dallas, Texas. Collegiately played for Dayton's Flyers, Massachusetts. Played for UMass from 2019 to 2022, then transferred to Dayton. We're back underway. Logan Brown to the ball. Given off to Alex McGrath. To the close side for Reed. Alex tries Logan Brown. 1-0 Chattanooga, 67th minute, closing in on our 68th in Chattanooga, Tennessee. McGrath to Fareed. Sarsar ropes this to Perez. Joseph playing keep away. Fareed over the top. A header, this one loose near midfield. Last touched by Toronto, so Quack will throw in for Chattanooga. Chattanooga trying to grow their lead throughout this second half. So far, unable to do so. Crucial points on the line tonight in the Scenic City under the watchful eye of Lookout Mountain. Fareed Sarsar takes the throw in and connects with Logan Brown. One handoff, now two. Jimenez Aranzazu directed this to Fareed. And Sarsar flicked back to Logan Brown. The defender from Dallas, Texas, forward with it. Brown again after the ball and left it off. Well played by Gene Antoine, who sends that aerial skying far side. Talking with Logan Brown now. Didn't like that. Crashing down on that ball and nearly able to reach it was Olguin. Certainly somebody to watch, keep an eye on. Back underway in Chattanooga where it's 1-0 CFC. 69th minute of play is nearly halfway over. Chattanooga leads. Toronto has the ball. They're midway between their own 18 and the midfield stripe. They'll rope it backwards to the keeper, De Rosario. Son of a legend. Stanlin somehow directs this forward. Rapopoulos to the close side. Stanlin again, now down into the wing. Toronto with it, walking it towards the 18-yard box. Batiste sidestepping defenders. Olgwood a run on kick. It goes wide left. Batiste was walking his way along the front of the 18-yard box. Almost got to the penalty arc, and he just kind of floated it, rolled it, and centered it up about 6-7 yards beyond the penalty arc. A run on kick for Olgwood. Tons of force on that, and the laser goes wide left on him. Chattanooga now with the ball again after goal kick. 69th minute closes into the 70th minute where it's still 1-0 Chattanooga. Perez from the close side, deep in the wing, tries a long winding ball over the top. Toronto comes up with it. Long pass to the close side. Minjai Kwek, beautiful steal. Chattanooga from right to left, and he is tripped up from behind. Immediately the whistle. And the yellow card shown by referee. The first of the night assessed by Russell Miller. So the first good prime positioning for Chattanooga on a call tonight. This ball rests about 10, 12 yards beyond the 18-yard box. Every single white kit loading up down on the 18-yard box. Chattanooga kicks it quickly to Minjai Kwek, who's deep in the wing on the close side, tries to center it. Olgwood closes in on him and forces the ball off of the field of play. 71st minute. Corner kick coming for Chattanooga Football Club. They deliver quickly. McGrath to Kwek. Now rolled up to Garcia Sosa on the corner of the 18. Back to Alex. McGrath bends this over the top back door of the 6-yard box. The header by Fareed goes off over the end line. Goal kick for Toronto Football Club. 71st minute winding. Toronto takes back over with possession of the football. Left to right, Toronto's Edwards into the attacking side. Rolled back to Olgwood. Now to Stanley. Close side to Batiste. Jesus dribbling with the ball, playing keep away. Chipped towards the penalty arc. Ball loose out front of it and kicked away by Chattanooga. On the back, resetting. Fisher tried to go forward to Staniland. It was sent backwards again to De Oliveira. Rodriguez de Oliveira. One handoff now, two to Staniland. To the close side along the touchline, a blown tire, and it rolls off. Chattanooga going to throw in. A little bit of late gamesmanship going on. 72nd minute closing in on our 73rd, where it's 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Three very crucial points on the line. Logan Brown directs this to the far side. Chattanooga up to Kwek. Big collision. Kwek unable to stay with the ball initially. CFC regathers. Looking for Taylor Gray, and it's headed off intentionally by Toronto. Well played. Toronto going to buy themselves some time. Taylor Gray is going to come to the bench, get a break, get a rest, and probably be done for the night, as here comes Jalen James. Gray is off. James is on for Chattanooga Football Club. Jalen James scored a hat trick in a 6-2 win against Inter Miami. That was his coming out party for Chattanooga Football Club. He's been a crucial piece ever since. Averages 30, 40 minutes a match. To be specific, 35 and a half. And he's been really good, appearing in 16 matches, now make it 17. A native of McKinney, Texas. Chattanooga from right to left into the attacking side. Long feed, Garcia Sosa. He hands it off to Minjai Kwek from the corner of the 18. Pass to Wamry. Then over the top back door for Jalen James, and he's out of position. Too much on it. James had come down inside to help out, and Wamry passed it to where he thought he would be. Olgwood with the ball for Toronto from left to right. Long feed. Staniland keeps it away from Kwek. Toronto still in trouble in the back, playing keep away with Chattanooga. CFC buzzing them. Now a pass far side. Long feed. Nathaniel Edwards. He's got a lot of room. Working his way towards the wing. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Steps around a defender into the 18-yard box. Ben inside for the 6, and Chattanooga clears it away. Regathered out front. Staniland chipped over the top. Looking for help. Toronto there on the edge of the 18, and the call by our assistant referee. Offside. Unable to get away with that one. Up and after the ball, looking for it. Rigopoulos thought he was going to be able to get a shot off. Immediately, though, the whistle sounds, and he is stopped in his tracks. Ready to get back underway between Chattanooga and Toronto as Antoine will deliver a long pass over the top, skying it out, airing it out. Toronto regathers. De Oliveira headers this to De Rosario. 75th minute has arrived. It's 1-0. We played 1.25 hours from Chattanooga, Tennessee. From left to right, Toronto, long pass. Long connection up to Staniland. He leaves it off in the wing for Alguin, who is running it down. Panez takes it away in the corner and regathered. Then over the top for Toronto, Logan Brown headers it away for Chattanooga. Out front, Toronto towards the 18-yard box. Scoring chance, left off. Edwards run on kick. Blasted away by the keeper, Antoine. Now regathered on a rebound, and Logan Brown clears it away. Rebound shot was a very high-quality chance for Toronto. Logan Brown makes a clutch save, just his second appearance this season for Chattanooga. 76th minute is here. It's still 1-0 Chattanooga. 1.25 hours have been played from the Scenic City. Glad you're with us on CKRN. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Toronto FC on the road, taking on Chattanooga Football Club. Canada and the United States going at it tonight. First time a Canadian team has played in Chattanooga against this pro-side soccer franchise. Long winding pass along the touchline from left to right on the far side. Couple of connections in a row. Now back to Alguin, who's got it on the circle for Toronto. Toronto from just beyond midfield. Long feed towards the penalty spot. Redirected outside of the 18. Now sent long, deep in the wing with it. Toronto looking inside. Batiz in trouble. Heavily defended by Perez. Walks it down to the end line. Chattanooga trying to take it away in the corner. Quack battling for it towards the 18-yard box. Staniland out front. Alguin with it from the penalty arc. He goes backwards. Toronto a full reset now. Back to Fisher. And Fisher to De Oliveira. Rodriguez De Oliveira leaves it off to the close side. Staying with it is Staniland in Toronto. He's walking his way towards the 18. Really great pass through traffic. Just couldn't hook up. I really like the look. Rigopoulos got the ball, went between a couple of pairs of boots, found him working his way into the 18, but he couldn't get a hold of it. Rolls off over the end line. Goal kick Chattanooga. 78th minute is just seconds away. It's still 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Goal kick for Jean Antoine. Sent long over the top, just beyond the circle. All the way back. And working with this is Toronto Football Club. De Rosario ropes a long feet just beyond the midfield stripe. Able to hook up with Jesus. He hands it off to Staniland. Backwards to Fisher. Idolo to the far side. Hook up along the touchline from left to right. Toronto trying to get that connection. Ball loose between the circle and the 18-yard box. Toronto loses it to Chattanooga, and now as it's cleared away, the whistle sounds from Miller. 78th minute, closing in on the 79th, 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. It's been a long time since we saw that lone goal. CKRN, I'm Gabriel Schrei. Glad you're with us. Pro Side Soccer live from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thrown in, directed towards the 18-yard box. It rolls all the way through to Antoine. Goal kick, sends it long, skying it over the top of the midfield stripe and returned to the keeper, De Rosario. He gets it started again for Toronto. Close touchline. Toronto trying to work their way towards midfield, getting around one defender. Well played. Long feed, outlet pass. Jesus has it. Batiz into the 18, backdoor feed, no one there. Chattanooga lets it roll through the 6-yard box untouched. Now into the far wing. Toronto regathers. Certainly thought Batiz would get a shot off there. Then inside again. This one headed away by Logan Brown. Toronto will throw in, last touched by Chattanooga. 20 yards beyond the 18-yard box and going backwards from right to left. Into the circle now at midfield. Say goodbye to the 79th minute and hello to our 80th, where it's 1-0 Chattanooga. Roping passes back and forth, looking for some way to fit it up into this defense. Toronto from left to right, close side. Rigopoulos backwards to Staniland. Towards the circle, Toronto on the attack, and De Oliveira lets it go. Rolls beyond his reach. He'll return and regather, giving it off to Fisher. Staniland and Fisher connect not once but twice. Long feed up the field of play. A nutmeg, very well played beyond Alex McGrath. Toronto backdoor feed. Inside Edwards. Nathaniel hooks him up. A shot back towards Edwards. Here's a shot deflected away by Chattanooga. Toronto stays with it on the end line, far side. Dribble, dribble, dribble into the 18. Toronto FC, and this one off. Very well played. A couple of chances for Toronto Football Club, peppering that 6-yard box, and Chattanooga stays tight. Change coming now for Toronto. Toronto Football Club going to bring off Holguin. He's been in the entire match, started tonight in favor of Perlman. We'll see what Perlman can do for TFC. Corner coming for Toronto from the far side. Ben out front. Here's the header, and it goes wide. That one sails over the top to the front. Right side on the edge of the 6-yard box. A nice header, but too much on it. It goes over the top and out of play. Another change coming. Callum Watson into the match for Chattanooga Football Club. We're also going to see Ethan Corrin. So Wamry off, Garcia Sosa off, Watson and Corrin into the match for Chattanooga Football Club. 82nd minute closing in on the 83rd in Chattanooga. A little bit of background for you. Ethan Corrin wearing number 12, central midfielder for Chattanooga. This will be his 6th professional appearance. 4 before this year in the NISA League. He's already scored one this year, though. Scored against Inter Miami in dramatic fashion. Directed to the close side for Reed. Long roping pass looking for Garvanyan. Taken away. Great connection. Batiz. Deep pass into the 18. Too much on it. It sails over the end line and back to Chattanooga as we roll into the 83rd minute. Chattanooga 1-0 lead over Toronto, and they've got all of the subs on now. Ethan Corrin in the match. Callum Watson. This is the 11th appearance this season for Callum Watson. A midfielder originally from Essex, England, came from the Canadian Premier League, formerly teammates with De Rosario. Chattanooga, Antoine, the keepers for CFC, ropes this over the top to midfield, headered back and forth. Chattanooga, Jimenez Aranzazu trying to keep it going forward. Lost by Quack, taken away by Garvanyan. Centering feed. Staniland tried to get the hook up for Toronto. TFC backwards from right to left. Callum Watson off, and this one last touched by him, so Staniland will throw in. Toronto with the ball in the back. Corrin tries to come after it, way up to gather. Ethan trailing the ball, tracking it. Way down on the left and connecting on passes, Toronto FC. 84th minute is here. Toronto to the far side. Up towards the circle. TFC backwards. Not liking the pressure from Chattanooga. Nearly a full reset in this case. Perlman. Now Toronto, a pass over the top towards midfield. Staniland has it, defended by Quack. 5 yards beyond the midfield stripe and walking from the close side to the far side. Back to Perlman. He's got a lot of room, roping a pass down to the touchline on the close side from left to right. Quick connection and no one to go to, so backwards goes the ball. Rigopoulos towards the circle, now trying the far touchline. Toronto. No one to connect with. We've reached the 85th minute where it's 1-0 Chattanooga. We've nearly played 1.5 hours of pro-side soccer and MLS-NP action from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Glad you're with us. To the close side, Toronto, long feed towards the penalty arc. TFC out front, down onto the penalty arc. With it is Edwards, fighting his way into the 18, triple teamed, and Chattanooga clears it away. He lost the ball. I think he didn't have that stripped away. He just kind of blew a tire. It slips away from him in all of the traffic, and Chattanooga is able to clear. They lead 1-0, still a clean sheet to this point. They finished their last match a 1-0 victory against Orlando City B. De Rosario, long feed over the top. Pades headers this away. Jimenez Aranzazu can't run it down in time, and Rigopoulos comes up with the ball, but he steps out on the close touchline. 85th minute, closes into the 86th, 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. They'll take over with possession now. Pades will throw in. Long toss over the top for Ethan Corrin. Fighting with a defender along the touchline right in front of the Chattanooga bench. And this one off to Chattanooga. Last touched by Perlman. Chattanooga has Pades walk his way beyond the midfield stripe. 15 yards into the attacking side, he'll throw in. Headered backwards and volleyed around a bit before De Rosario picks it up. Ball was thrown in aggressively by Chattanooga. It finds its way to the keeper. Adisa De Rosario picks it up. 1-0 Chattanooga. Toronto back with the ball. 87th minute has arrived in Chattanooga, Tennessee. De Rosario, a laser pass over the top. That one's about 15 feet in the air, and it travels almost 80 yards. Sent back by Chattanooga behind the midfield stripe. Regathered by Toronto there. Staniland walking it along the touchline from left to right. Looking inside, Chattanooga takes it away. And sent to the keeper by McGrath. Jean Antoine volleys this over the top, skying it out, and Perlman touches it back to De Rosario. The keeper picks it up. Rolls it to the far side to De Oliveira. Rodriguez back with the ball again right away. Perlman touched it to him twice. Toronto, 87th minute winding, 88th minute is coming where they trail 1-0. They really need the points. Number 22 in the league. Toronto this season is 6-8-3. Chattanooga 7-6-6. They are 10th in MLS-NP in the latest poll. Long feed for Toronto from behind midfield. Deep to Rigopoulos, who's fighting for it. Sliding and sending it off is Jimenez Aranzazu. What a play by Jimenez Aranzazu. Comes in with authority, sliding in and sending that off. A laser strike up onto the concourse. Throw in coming now for Toronto FC. They're way down the right, midway up the wing into the attacking side. Trailing 1-0, we're halfway through our 88th minute of play. Batiz is the one who will deliver the ball from behind the touchline. Two white kids standing in the 6. McGrath and Quack awaiting the throw-in. Chattahooligans are loud and letting Toronto hear it. Batiz bends this over the top, sailing, backdoor, too much on it, and nearly rolls over the end line. Regathered by Toronto down in the corner on the far side. Then inside towards the penalty spot. Toronto still with it. Here's a shot sent straight up by Chattanooga. Antoine bats it away out of the air beyond the penalty arc, and Chattanooga has it. From right to left, Garvanyan trying to get this up to Corrin on a volleying pass, sliding for it, and now the whistle way on the back. Miller the call, the referee, and Chattanooga booing. Chattanooga fans do not like the call. A change coming now for Toronto. 89th minute is halfway over. Toronto getting a late change. I believe Luka is the one coming on. Akatola, the midfielder. Toronto will play on. Quickly back underway from midfield. We've reached the 90th minute of play. We'll certainly see some stoppage time. 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club lead. How much time will they award in stoppage time? Toronto chipped over the top towards the wing on the close side. Volleyed back by Chattanooga's Perez. To be thrown in quickly, TFC. Rigopoulos to Perlman. Over to De La Vera. Rodriguez hands it off. Nowhere to go initially, so back to Perlman on the close side from left to right. Long feed along the touchline, and Stojadinovic goes backwards. Toronto, 15 yards into the attacking side, nearly 20. He's going to change directions. Headed towards the inside, backwards towards the circle, trying the close side. Stojadinovic bent over the top towards the penalty arc. Fareed Sarsar heels it away through the air, well beyond the 18. Quack is shoved to the ground by Perlman, no call. 7 minutes of stoppage time. That's a bucket and a half. We're going to play a whole nother game. 7 minutes? 7 minutes of stoppage time is the call in Chattanooga as we've played 1.5 hours of football. Thanks for being with us. CKRN, Gabriel Schreitz, 1-0, Chattanooga Football Club. We're going to be here for a while, so now's a good time to go get your snacks. 7 minutes of stoppage time, the call. Perlman with the ball for Toronto, 20 yards beyond the midfield stripe. Here's a strike towards the middle of the pitch. Rattles around, pinballs its way for Chattanooga into the 18, and sent over the top by Perez. Long feed from right to left, and Perlman the one who gets to it first, keeping it away from Callum Watson and touching it back to the keeper, De Rosario. We've almost played 60 seconds of our 7 minutes of stoppage time. 420 seconds of stoppage time was the signal. This one rattles all around, pinballing. Toronto comes up with it. They're into the attacking third. Staniland deep in the 18. Batiste with it down along the end line and sent away by Chattanooga. Very well played defensively. Who else? The captain, Alex McGrath, sees where that pass is going, anticipates the angle, gets down there in the way of it, and sends it off in the 92nd minute. Stoppage time winding quickly. 1-0 Chattanooga. Toronto absolutely peppering the 18-yard box, the 6-yard box, and the keeper of CFC, Gene Antoine. The corner will come from the close side, the third most of any franchise in MLSNP this season. To be delivered by Stojadinovic. Ben out front, here's a shot left side, the equalizer through traffic finds Twine. Toronto has tied us late in Chattanooga. Unbelievable, and his teammates storm and dive on him. Lucas scores at the midfielder from Woodbridge, Ontario. What a score for Achtola. Made his next pro debut against FC Cincinnati. Prior to the Young Reds, played for the academy. Won the U12 Generation Adidas Cup Golden Boot in 2016. Came to the academy in 2015. He's represented Canada internationally. He scores the equalizer in Chattanooga tonight. Achtola buried to the left side, just in the post. It's 1-1 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Very crucial points on the line between these two clubs. That was a scrappy, dirty, greasy goal from down inside of the 18-yard box, right out front of the 6. Luka just perfectly placed that. There was no way that could have been stopped in traffic. As much luck as skill. Chattanooga will start with the ball after the stoppage. We played 3.25 minutes of our 7 of stoppage time. Long roping pass over the top to the far side, sent off by Toronto, so Chattanooga will throw in. Corin touches this, far side. Yarvanyan trying to get this deep in the wing to James, sent off again by Toronto. Now thrown into the captain from Spennymoor. McGrath knifing his way into the 18. He's got it along the end line and goes down hard. Chattanooga still with the ball. James out front of the 18. Run on kick. Garvanyan sends a laser into the brickwork behind the twine. 1-1 in Chattanooga. We've played 4 minutes of 7 of stoppage time. Acita de Rosaria to put us back underway. Sends this over the top, skying this out. Throwing a header on it, Staniland somehow gets this to Batiz into the 18 and poorly struck by Toronto as Antoine puts us back underway quickly. Rolled to the far side, Chattanooga from right to left, the captain Alex McGrath carefully picking his way down the field just beyond midfield. 5 yards into the attacking side, he goes backwards. And then as Aranzazu in the circle, now to Joseph Perez, looking with the ball, waiting. Long feed over the top from right to left, deep in the wing, looking for Callum Watson. Fighting for it down along the end line. Toronto boxes him out. This one goes off. Hello and welcome to Chattanooga, Tennessee. If you're just joining us, we're in the dramatic late stages of a 1-1 match between Toronto and Chattanooga. We've played 5 minutes of 7 called for in stoppage time. 1.5 hours of regulation, all in the books. 5 minutes, 10 seconds played of stoppage time. Our keeper with the ball for Toronto, Adisa de Rosario. The Chattahooligans and fans from around the area letting Chattanooga feel the love. Adisa is taking every second that he can. And back underway. He kills almost a full minute with a goal kick. Chattanooga from midfield. Chattanooga's man goes down hard. Corin tackled by Perlman. We play on with the ball down on the left just beyond the 18-yard box. Toronto roped to the far side from left to right, caught up just behind midfield. TFC attacking from left to right, down along the touchline towards the wing. Toronto with it, walking his way towards the 18-yard box. Jimenez Aranzazu strips it away. Fisher plays it back towards Edwards. Jimenez Aranzazu fighting for the ball. Toronto will throw in quickly. Just beyond the wing, way down on the right in the attacking third. Thrown in, sent back towards midfield, and regathered on the edge of the circle. Perlman touches it over. Not liking the look. Toronto trying to figure out where to go to the ball. Staniland backwards, just beyond the circle. Toronto ropes this into the attacking side of things. TFC has a chance just beyond the 18 in the penalty arc. Sent far side, Nathaniel Edwards. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Here's a shot top right side. Too much on it. Sailed wide right, a bit high. Too much sauce for Nathaniel. And so as we played 7 minutes of our 7 called for in stoppage time, Chattanooga gets the ball back. It'll be goal kick for Jean Antoine. A master class in how to use stoppage time by Toronto. We'll be going to a shootout, it looks like. Chattanooga could sure use a goal and take all 3 points. Headed inside by Quack. Jimenez Aranzazu tries to put this up to Corin. An intercept by Staniland, played through midfield. 5 yards beyond it, he goes down in the whistle by Miller. And the yellow card assessed against Jimenez Aranzazu by our referee. Toronto's man still down, Staniland, able to draw the yellow in the late stages from Chattanooga. We played 7 minutes and 52 seconds of stoppage time. They called for 7. Toronto with the ball just beyond midfield. They'll have a kick. Perlman will deliver. Touches it to Staniland. He's got it. Harassed by Quack. Goes backwards to the stripe. Toronto just looking to kill the clock and take the point. Backwards to De Oliveira. Again backwards to Adisa. De Rosario, long play over the top towards the wing, close side, that's off. Batiz had to step out to put a helmet on the ball. Chattanooga will throw in. Padez just behind the touchline, just beyond the wing of Chattanooga down on the right. Joseph is assessed a yellow card by our referee. And so Padez throws in long towards midfield. It's headed backwards by Toronto. We played 9 minutes. They called for 7 minutes of stoppage time. We played 9. 1-1, Toronto and Chattanooga. Padez will throw in from 15 yards behind the midfield stripe, taking his time again. Thrown in long, header backwards, and now they'll say that's enough stoppage time. What an unbelievable showing tonight in Chattanooga. So we played to a draw, and if this is your first time tuning in for a draw in Next Pro, they don't call it a win, but they will go to shootouts. There's one more point on the line in league standings between these two clubs. They will go to a shootout, and whoever wins the 5-man shootout takes the extra point in league standings. So a lot still on the line between these two tonight. Each gets a point for playing to a draw. It means that Chattanooga's record moves to 7-6-7. They now have 32 points in league play. Number 10 in the league entering the night. Number 22 in the league entering tonight. Toronto Football Club also picks up a point. That moves them to 22 on the year. Their record advances to 6-8-4. We'll take a short break while they get ready for the shootout and be back with all of the action on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Don't go anywhere. A 1-1 draw after 99 minutes in the Scenic City.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Chattanooga Football Club, at one point we were sick of these shootouts. They had played to quite a few of them and won quite a few. One of the best in MLSNP this season, going to shootouts, playing to draws, and coming up with the extra point. They could not take all 3 points. Toronto capitalizes on an absolute bucket of stoppage time in Chattanooga. They're able to force a 1-1 draw in the Scenic City, so they get a point as well. Both clubs right now walking away with a point, but one more point on the line, and Chattanooga could sure use it. They stand at number 10 in the league standings entering the night, so right now at 32 points, they're still number 10 in the league. If they get the extra point, they'll be tied for 9th with New York City Football Club at 33 points. Their record now at 7-6-7 overall. Toronto FC is 6-8-4. They are number 22 in the league. They have risen with that 1 point to 22 points, and they're tied with Carolina Core, the Foxes, at 6-8-4. One more point would move them solely into 21st place in the league standings. And we're ready for the shootout. Nothing more fun. If you're just joining us for the first time and have not heard one of these shootouts, basically to explain the rules, it's quite simple. 5 shooters for each club. Whoever has more shots made in the shootout at the end of the first 5 shooters takes the extra point. They win the shootout. If it's a draw at the end of the 5 shooters, they go 1-1 until somebody does not make it, and then that club takes the point. We're ready to go. Welcome, thank you for joining us. 99 minutes played, 90 minutes of regulation, an hour and a half. They called for 7 of stoppage time, we played 9. Chattanooga will shoot first. Glad you're with us on CKRN, I'm Gabriel Schrei. De Rosario has been efficient tonight. He's between the posts. Milo Garvanyan to shoot for Chattanooga. Garvanyan awaits the signal. De Rosario centered up between the posts. There's the signal. Garvanyan approaches, strikes right side. He got it. 1-0 in the shootout. Garvanyan strikes first and puts Chattanooga out in front 1-0. He is the first shooter of 10. Now Gene Antoine, Chattanooga's keeper, will take his place between the posts. And the next shooter is a dangerous, dangerous man. Idolo Rodriguez de Oliveira, a defender from São Bernardo, Brazil. The crowd grows loud in the Scenic City. He approaches 1-2 steps and a slow roll to the right on the low side, easily able to tie us at 1-1 in the shootout. Very well played by de Oliveira. 1 for 1. We've seen one shooter for each club. Chattanooga sends forward their next. It's Min Jae Kwak from South Korea. The son of the legend Adisa de Rosario back between the posts. The ball in the penalty spot, and the crowd anticipates this. Kwak, 1-2 steps, strikes right side, he got it. 2-1 Chattanooga in the shootout. They lead. Very well played by Min Jae Kwak, who exchanges a quick fist bump with the all-star goalkeeper, Antoine. Kwak is replaced by the next shooter in line for Toronto Football Club. It's Fisher. Chattanooga grows louder. A deep breath. Antoine awaits between the posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, strikes right side. He got it. We're tied again. 2 shots to 2. 2 makes in a row. Very well done by Fisher, and able to take a lot of steps, take his time. He was feeling it. We're tied. 4 shooters have appeared. All 4 have made it. We're now into the third set of shooters. Chattanooga will go first. Joseph Perez, the next for Chattanooga Football Club. A longtime staple dating back to the NISA days, originally from Anaheim, California. The ball in the penalty spot, the Chattahooligans sounding their drums. It's Academy night, 400 children watching from the concourse. From the penalty arc, shuffles to the right, 1, 2, 3 steps, chipped top left side, he got it. Easy money for Perez, finds Twine, 3-2, Chattanooga lead in the shootout. Someone's going to have to miss or make a dramatic save here to break this one. Three to 2, we've seen 5 shooters, now the 6th, the 3rd for Toronto Football Club. Antoine is ready. The crowd grows louder in Chattanooga. Standing just 3 yards beyond the ball to the left of it. Shuffles, strikes right side, he got it. We're tied again. 3 shots made apiece. Very well played by Toronto. Wouldn't expect any less from Sharp. He's been fantastic this season. Sharp, if you will. 6 total shooters have appeared. We're tied 3 apiece. Chattanooga and Toronto in a shootout. 1 extra point on a line after the draw, 1-1. They played 99 minutes, 9 in stoppage time. Chattanooga has sent their next shooter to the line. De Rosario awaits. Standing just over the penalty arc, it's Fareed Sarsar. Sarsar strikes right side, he got it. Quickly stepped up, 4 easy steps. Silky smooth, low right side, nothing De Rosario could do. He looked like he wanted to go to his right, the left for Fareed. Nothing he could do to slow that, stop it, save it. It is now 4-3 in the shootout. Fareed Sarsar keeps Chattanooga perfect. Gene Antoine has been the hero in this situation before. He's been the hero against the 4th shooter before in Chattanooga. It's Staniland. 1, 2, 3 steps, and he goes off the top of the crossbar on the left side. He misses. It's 4-3 Chattanooga after 4 shooters apiece. And you can feel Antoine's sigh of relief in the stadium. You can feel the energy change. The pressure is still on for Chattanooga. 1 shooter left to go for the boys in blue, wearing that navy kit with light blue accents. They send the man from McKinney, Texas, number 71, Jalen James. Carefully placing the ball under the spot. The Chattahooligans are feeling it. You can hear them clapping. He steps back just over the penalty arc, standing to the left of the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps left side. He got it just off the inside of the crossbar. It clatters around and goes. 5-4 Chattanooga, unbelievable. And his teammates storm him. Chattanooga has taken the extra point in thrilling fashion at home. Congratulations to Chattanooga Football Club. After a deflating goal in stoppage time by Toronto, Chattanooga hangs in there, and when they need 2 points, 3 points more than ever, they grind it out, get that second point. They really needed it. So they'll jump from 10th place in the league and are now tied for 9th with NYCFC2. New York and Chattanooga will tussle for that spot in the standings in the MLSNP poll next week. Chattanooga is going to go on the road, and they'll play a few on the road in a row. First, they go to Huntsville, and that's this coming Saturday, August 10th. We'll have that one live as well on CKRN. Then they go to Crown Legacy FC in Charlotte, North Carolina, the following Saturday, August 18th, before traveling to Miami. Sunday, August 25th. We'll have all of it live and free to listen to on CKRN. Chattanooga and Toronto play to a draw after 99 minutes. Chattanooga wins the shootout. They take 2 points in the draw. Very much needed in the Scenic City. We'll take a break and be back with post-game coverage in just a couple of moments on CKRN.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Welcome back to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and into our post-game coverage on CKRN. Chattanooga and Toronto play 99 minutes. They battled to a draw, and in thrilling fashion, Chattanooga wins the shootout 5-4 and takes the extra point. Mehdi Wamri scored a goal in beautiful fashion. Alex McGrath chipped it across the backside of the 6-yard box, able to bury it wide open. Wamri scores his 8th goal of the season. Absolutely thrilling fashion. He's going to be my player of the match. Well-deserved by the man from Ivry-sur-Seine, France. Just electric tonight at home in front of a great crowd in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Then we go to the shootout after Toronto scores in stoppage time. They're able to force the draw. Chattanooga does not get all 3 points, but they're able to salvage a second point after the draw, winning that shootout 5-4. Garvanyan makes it, Quack makes it, Patez makes it, Sarsar makes it, and Jalen James makes it in the clutch to force the victory in stoppage time. 3 really good makes from Toronto and just can't quite finish it off. A miss by Staniland, an academy product who is playing up on the next pro side. Just can't bury it and keep things going, even though it was a very well-placed ball. That's the kind of thing you're going to make next time. What's up next for Toronto Football Club? They're going to go on the road again. They're going just down the street here on I-75 to take on Atlanta United 2. That's coming up on August 11th. Then they play it against Philadelphia up in Toronto, and Huntsville coming to visit them in Canada before hitting the road again and taking on Cincinnati. Chattanooga Football Club is going on the road after a few at home. They're going to travel to Huntsville, Crown Legacy, and Inter Miami in that order. Huntsville next weekend. We'll have all three matches live and free to listen to on CKRN, and I'll have the call. Hope you'll be with us for them. Again, Wamry, my man of the match, electric fashion, scoring, giving Chattanooga the lead until the very late stages in stoppage time. Obviously not able to hang on for the 3 points, but 2 points is basically a win tonight for this Chattanooga Football Club. They'll look to keep it cooking when they go on the road and take on one of the better teams in the league in Huntsville City. Thanks for being with us, CKRN.
On behalf of both clubs, the fans, Gabriel Schrei, and the entire team at the Chattanooga Kickoff Network, I'm Brian Vale, bidding you farewell. Thank you for tuning in for today's edition of Professional Soccer.
All events airing on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network are broadcast live and are copyright material. Today's match will be archived for replay inside of the app or platform where you tuned in. For detailed recaps, highlights, and to secure tickets for upcoming matches, make your way to ChattanoogaFC.com. Stay informed with all of the action and never miss a chance to support your team live from the stands. Do you have game day snapshots? We'd love to see them. Tag us in your photos when you share them on social media. Are you using team hashtags with your posts? Remember to include hashtag Chattanooga Always and hashtag SomosCFC in all of your posts about Chattanooga FC. Let's unite on social media. Whether we come out on top or not, we stand together. Be sure that you're also following us on social media. Connect with Chattanooga FC on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Do you have feedback or bright ideas? We're all about making game day the best it can be. If you have suggestions or thoughts on how we can enhance the experience, we're eager to hear them. Drop by our website today to connect with us and submit your suggestions.
Gathers it up on the edge of the 18, looking for help, gets around a defender, well struck, he scores! 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club! Just delivers a strike left side, 2-1 Chattanooga lead! Chattanooga Football Club out in front.
This broadcast is a proud product of the Chattanooga Kickoff Network.